Hello, CMA?
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
It's my opinion. I'm a neutral.
But this is great. But this is great for gamers. They're an anomaly.
Like I should care.
Cut the cap.
Anti-consumer. It shouldn't cost $70. It looks like DLC.
Hello, CMA? 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 Hey, yo, what? Hey, yo, what's good, YouTube? What's good, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Persona, Gaming with Persona, one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. How y'all feeling today, man? Happy Wednesday to everybody in the chat. Did you miss me? Did you guys miss me? It's been a while. Have you guys missed me? Put a 1 in the chat if you missed your boy Persona and the When Persona Speaks show. Put a 2 in the chat if you did not. Listen, be honest. Be honest, guys. I need y'all to be honest with your boy. Oh, damn, Stone. 2? Really, Stone? You giving me a 2? I got you. So it's all good. Shout to y'all in the chat. I know it's been a minute, man. I gotta be honest, right? So it's been a minute. It's been like close to 2 weeks. But I've been putting out a lot of videos. Just trying to remember that. Oh, I got the voice changer on. Oh shit, I forgot. My fault. My fault. I didn't know I had the voice changer on. My fault. Nah, but you know, I think, you know, it's been a while. You know. I've been gaming a lot, you know, between Valkyrie Elysium and Asterigos Curse of the Stars. Like, I went straight from like Valkyrie Elysium to Asterigos Curse of the Stars, like back to back, right? And I beat Asterigos Curse of the Stars, I think earlier this week, and I put my review out, which I put it out this morning. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. It's a great game. I love my time with it. I put about 50 or close to 60 hours into the game. I really enjoyed my time with it. I'm working on the platinum right now. I don't think I'm going to get the platinum, but I know I'm not going to get the platinum by the time Gotham Knights comes out. Just because you got to play through the whole game and only be up to level 20. You can't level past level 20. So that requires a whole nother playthrough, which I'm like, yo, look, I'm not really trying to. I want to do that, but just not right now. So I'm going to get all the other trophies, all the other miscellaneous trophies, and then I'll do my new game plus later on. But, it's a lot of great games, a lot of good gaming that's happening, but I do appreciate y'all, man. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if you're feeling great. Put a 2 in the chat if you're just feeling okay. Put a 3 in the chat if you're not feeling great at all. If you are at a 3, we want to at least get that to a 2 by the end of the show. Y'all know how we do things here. And, if you're at home, if you're at work, I hope I could get you through your work day. If you're on your way home from work or school, I hope I could get you through your commute. If you're at home already and you're cooking dinner or cleaning up the crib or doing homework with the kids, I hope I could get you through your session. Listen, you might be taking a shower. I don't know. Cleanliness is closer to godliness. Listen, you might be having the maritals with the significant other. I don't know. I just appreciate you putting me on. But yo, man, y'all know how we do things, man. Let me shout out everyone in the chat. I'm seeing some 2s, man. I'm seeing a 3. Blue Mustang, you had a 3? Oh no, Blue Mustang, we're gonna have to get you to a 2 by the end of the show, man. That's not good. What are we number options again? Stone number options is 1 if you're feeling great, 2 if you're feeling okay, and 3 if you're not feeling that good at all. But yo, man, let me shout out everybody in the chat, man. So Stone, appreciate you coming through. Shout out to Stone, Catwoman in the building. Mary in the building. Shout out to Mary Wilcox. Appreciate you coming through. Philip DVG in the building. Phil, how you doing today, man? King 1710 in the building. King, how you feeling today? It's me, baby 80 in the building. What's going on with you? Antonio Cosme. What's going on with you, Antonio? B Dog in the building. What's good? Blue Mustang in the building. Walter. Corey Macy in the building. Steady Flow. J Gamer UK. MDZ. J Row, the man 47. Don John Sean in the building. Unicron in the building. Who else? Carl Anchor in the building. Carl, what's good, bro? Braxton Bow in the building. Appreciate you, Braxton. Always. Who else is here, man? Shout y'all out in the chat. Ooh, that kind of loud. Shout out to MDZ, man. Appreciate you subbing to the channel. I hope you enjoy your stay, sir. Or ma'am. Yo, Fabian Vargas, what's going on? Who else is here, man? Fabian. Bari in the building, the other half of What's Up PlayStation podcast. Listen, speaking of WUPs, me and Bari, we doing a WUPs game night on Friday, Gotham Knights, on our What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. So we gonna be streaming and doing some co-op gameplay and giving our thoughts on the game live. And we will be playing it on PlayStation. So, you know, we're gonna be giving our thoughts on the 30 frames per second and all that stuff on the official What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. So, you know, make sure y'all check that out. That's gonna be at what, 5:30? No, 6:30 Eastern on Friday night. So, you know, definitely make sure y'all check that out. That's gonna be dope. Omar, what's good? Carba, appreciate you pulling up. Prince Philip in the building. Appreciate you. The Unknown in the building. Amun Rod 3K in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Foxing around Austin. What's good, bro? You should know me too. What's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you. Envy Dub in the building, man. Round of applause for the folks in the chat. So, I gotta get back into the rigmarole of When Persona Speaks. It's been a minute. I've been like away. Yo, do y'all like the? I want to put a poll up in the chat as well. Yo, Franco Tech, what's good, bro? Do you enjoy the videos on the channel? So, you know, I've been trying to, I'm putting up more videos on the channel. I put up quite a few vids, you know, and I said I wanted to, you know, start doing that more. And I put a community tab up to let y'all know I was going to be putting up more videos, kind of talking about certain things in the community, right? Or certain things things in the community, things in the industry, you know, news and things like that. You know, because normally I would just do everything on either When Persona Speaks or just on WUPs or something like that. But I'm like, yo, I want to, you know, put more, I feel like certain things could be condensed down to like, you know, 10-minute, 15-minute, depending on what video, giving my thoughts. And, you know, I know a lot of y'all definitely been checking them out, you know, supporting them, hitting the like button and whatnot. So, you know, that's something that I definitely want to continue doing. So, you know, let me know how you feel in the videos in the chat, you know. Trying to keep things consistent, right? And keep things on the up and up, how we do things, right? But obviously the When Persona Speak show isn't going to go anywhere, right? We still going to be doing it normally on Mondays, depending if there's like not anything I really want to talk about or something like that. The other thing too is yo, work has been crazy. Like between real life stuff and then trying to, you know, beat some of these games and everything else, and then video. Yo, one thing about videos too, man, like actually making videos, it's a much longer process, right? Because, you know, I could start up a stream, we talk for like an hour or two, and then, you know, that's it. You know, the stream is there, you watch it whenever you want, and that's it. When you're making a video, even like what is that? My even my Astergos review, right? I started editing at like 9 o'clock last night, right? And I wasn't finished till like 12, till like midnight, trying to get like the right edits and the transitions and everything, and to try to put my thoughts and everything together to make sure that everything matched in the video effectively. Yo, that shit took me like 3-4 hours, and I'm just like, yo, that's editing though, man, right? Especially if you want to like make something that's really nice and presentable. And I'm even still learning. You get what I mean? Like, cause I've been, watching a ton of different videos on like how to edit and transitions and like how to make your videos pop and all this other shit that I've been watching lately just to get better at it. So like a lot of this stuff is like practice vids and whatnot, but as time goes on, the videos are definitely going to get a lot better, presentation wise and even cleaner and all these other different things. Yeah, Barry, videos are definitely much more difficult. Yeah, yo, Phil, it's even simple. And like I said, what I'm doing is not even like super duper complex, because you look at like other YouTube channels that are putting out videos, they got like all this dope stuff or whatever. But even like finding like the right clips to like put like funny clips in there and all this other stuff, or sifting through your game content and everything and making sure you got your ideas, your thoughts and everything flow as they should. That stuff is really difficult in like editing videos. So, but I like it though. Like I enjoy it and it's fun. And the funny thing is, with this whole Bayonetta stuff and G4TV, I was actually gonna do videos on this. I was like, you know what? I'll let this be 1% of Speaks. We'll talk about this. And we're gonna touch on some other things. I'm definitely gonna change up the title of this podcast after it's over, because we're not just gonna talk about Bayonetta and G4TV, but those are definitely gonna be some of the big things we talk about today. But okay, let's get straight into it, guys. So listen, I want to start with this, right? This gaming community, and I say this shit all the time, like I'm a broken record, man. It's like I'm a broken record when I say this. This gaming community never ceases to surprise me. Oh, matter of fact, before I even get into that, let me shout out the members. Shout out J Barry, man. Appreciate you, man. 19 months as a member on the channel. Jeez, almost 2 years, Barry. He says hit the like button. Definitely hit the like button if you enjoy the content. And then shout out to Unicron, man. Appreciate you for the membership as well. 17 months as a member on the channel, almost 2 years. And Unicron says, I can't stick around for the live show. Hope the show goes well. Tell the DualSense Edge haters to stick to sicko. Oh man, nah, I can't say that. I got what you're saying, Unicron, but nah, we're not gonna do that. And remember, guys, if you wanna become a member on the channel, the link to that is in the description. It's not mandatory, but it's always appreciated. Next month is giveaway month because it's God of War month. I'm giving away copies of God of War, giving away some PSN cards so that y'all can pick up God of War or pick up whatever game you want. It doesn't have to be God of War. If you win a PSN card, it doesn't have to be God of War. But next month is giveaway month here on the channel, so yeah, definitely. And then shout out to Viper Reefs Corner as well, man. Member on the channel for 19 months. Jesus, almost 2 years, Viper. Almost 2 years. Has it really been almost 2 years? Yo, time flies. Jeez. Viper, appreciate you for the membership, bro. He says, oh damn. Oh, he says, oh yeah, damn. It's been that long? Yeah, pause. It's been that long. Pause. All right, so let's get into what we're talking about today, right? Like I was saying, this gaming community never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to not be a source of entertainment, right? Because the hypocrisy in this community is always at an all-time high. Is that Games for Eternity? Oh! Big shout out to Games for Eternity, man. Appreciate you. You know, resubbing to the Warriors, man. Appreciate you, Games for Eternity. Shout out to you, bro. The community never ceases to amaze me, right? So, you know, one of the things, yo, Gian the Don, what's good, man? One of the things that has always surprised me when it comes to this community is that the same energy is never kept. And I've talked about this before. I remember doing a show, I think it was last year. I was like, call me the Power Man, because I'm looking for the same energy, or I'm keeping the same energy, something like that. The same energy is never kept, right? And when it comes to gamers, us as gamers, we all have a preference, right? Which I think is perfectly fine. We all have our preferences. We all have things that we tend to gravitate towards and want to support, or hold very dearly, right? Which I think that's normal. For a lot of us, that's normal. It is what it is, right? I don't see an issue with that, right? Anybody that's telling you having a preference or preferring something over something else is wrong, they're full of shit, right? Like, don't listen to them, because they're full of shit. But I think when it comes to the human aspect, right? Because social media is a place where none of us, we all are real, as in like the real world. But when you look at it from a social media perspective, we're digital, right? You can't reach out and touch me. I can't reach out and touch you. Like, at the end of the day, when you log off of social media, when you log off of YouTube or wherever, you go on about your real life with real people and have real relationships and all those other things, right? But I think one of the things that I think is misconstrued within our community is that there are people on the other end of like a lot of these profiles, right? And listen, I'm not going to sit here and preach to y'all about being better people on social media, because one, who the fuck am I, right? I ain't nobody special. I ain't nobody perfect. I ain't got no high horse to get up on. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all make mistakes. We all gonna be who we are. We all are adults. You get what I'm saying? I ain't here to tell you to be who you want to be. I mean, to be a better person or a better human being, right? Like, I'm not here to, because at the end of the day, we all, like I said, we all gonna be who we are. But I think when it comes to worth, it's something that we've talked about time and time again in a gamer sense, right? Where, you know, people don't think this game is worth $70, that game's not worth $70, this game's not worth $60. You know, we've been having that conversation for 2+ years now, right? So the concept of worth within our community and how we converse about it, it's an ongoing conversation. But I think the conversation of worth, when it comes to a human being, when it comes to a person, that's an entirely different conversation, right? Now, obviously, we know about Helena Taylor, you know, who was the original voice actress for Bayonetta. You know, she's not in Bayonetta 3. She put out some videos talking about how, you know, they only offered her $4,000. The story is really starting to get real muddy right now, right? I'm gonna tackle that in a second. I just want to tackle the conversation of worth for a second, right? Because when she put out the series of videos that she did, you know, a lot of people were jumping at her, coming down her throat. Pause. Let me not even say no. A lot of people were coming at her and saying, well, you're not worth that. You're not worth this. Why would you think you're worth this? You're not even just, you should be glad that you're getting that. You should be glad that you're getting, matter of fact, let's do the voice. Let's do the voice.
Oh, well, you should be glad that you're getting that. You should be glad. Worth? Yeah, who says you're worth that? Who says that you're worth that? You're not worth that. You're not even worth what they were giving you. Why should you even get that?
That's all I saw ever since those videos came out. And I couldn't help but laugh, right? Because when it comes to the conversation of worth, when it comes to actual people, Who the fuck are you to say somebody's not worth something? You know? Shit like that comes off to me as very hypocritical, because if it was you, so I put it this way. We all got jobs, right? Or have careers, whatever you want to call it. And what you're getting paid in your job is what you're worth, right? If you're coming into work every day, doing what you got to do, but you don't feel like you're being paid at the rate of the work that you're doing, regardless of how big or how small, you feel that you are worth more than that. And if the company is not willing to give you that, you go somewhere else, right? How many people are negotiating larger salaries and things like that in their everyday job right now? Now, everyone's not going to get that increase that they're looking for. And in those situations, you have a decision to make of whether you need to go somewhere else to where you are going to get the money. And most people go where they're valued. But to tell somebody that you're not worth that, what? All over, and my thing is all over a fucking game. You get what I'm saying? Listen. I love gaming as much as the next person. I'll definitely defend certain things when it comes to gaming, but to tell somebody they're not worth something, come on, man. That's not something I'm going to do. To say, oh well, you're not worth that. First off, yeah, this gonna be a very vulgar show. Who the fuck do you think you are? How much are you getting paid at your job? Are you worth that? You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people will move on to another job and get the dollars where they feel, again, where they're valued. But to see all these people on social media, and again, it's because social media is not a real place. At the end of the day, we are just accounts on a screen. There are no, even though some of us may have profile pictures and stuff like that, in a general sense, there are no faces to these accounts. There is no real connections. Now, there are certain people that may get some type of connection, but for the vast majority, there is no true connections. It's very easy to just say, you're not worth this. You're not worth that. And so when I was seeing all of that, I was sitting there like, yo, this shit is disgusting. You motherfuckers is really sitting here trying to tell this woman that she ain't worth what she's asking for? Who the fuck says you're worth that? Are you kidding me? Hey, yo, listen, baby. Go and get your dollars where you feel you are valued. Go where you are valued. Go where you are wanted. And this goes for anybody. This just does not just pertain to gaming, right? This pertains to everyone, right? If you're in a job where you're not happy or you're not getting the money that you think you should be getting, go where you think you can get the most money. If you can go and get a better job that's giving you 15, 20, 30, 40K more, go get it. Go get it. If you need to hustle to build up your resume or build up your experience and your skills to get that extra 50K up under your belt, go do it. Go where you are valued and go where you're going to be able to get the most money. Because something that I've been told since growing up, no one's going to value you more than you. No one's going to love you more than you. You feel me? And so when I was looking at these comments from and these just like Nintendo fanboys, Nintendo drones, all these weirdos, I'm saying like, yo, you motherfuckers are crazy. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody they are not worth what they're asking for? What? And then people in this community kill me because it's like, the games ain't worth 70. And now the motherfuckers making the games ain't worth the goddamn, like, what is the worth? You get what I mean? And I'm sitting there like, yo, what is the worth? The games ain't worth 70. You don't want to buy that. The console ain't worth 70. This not worth it. This not worth it. That's not worth it. I don't want to pay this. I don't want to pay that. And now you're trying to turn to the fucking people that's making these games and voicing these games and trying to say they ain't worth it either? What is worth it? What is worth it? To go to the lengths of what I saw to defend a fucking game, to defend a company? What is worth it? What is the worth? Absolutely crazy. That shit was crazy. And then let's move to the boycott. Right? Because, you know, Shorty, she was like, oh yeah, you know, boycott the game or whatever, which I was like, listen, Shorty, I'm all for you wanting more money and wanting to get more money. I ain't gonna boycott the game though. Like that's not something I'm gonna do, right? And a lot of people, and it's funny because again, it's crazy how quickly trends happen on social media. It's kind of like a blind leading the blind type of situation. Now, I don't have a problem with her saying, yo, boycott this, boycott that. Although I do think it's kind of a double-edged sword because it is a bit selfish because it's like, oh, you're not really thinking of the people that's making the game. But really and truly, when it comes to that value, going back to real life, right? When you put your 2-week notice in for a job, do you give a fuck about everybody else in the work they're gonna have to pick up when it comes to your situation? You get what I'm saying? And that's why I look at it from both of those perspectives, and I understand, you know, because it's like, yes, the developers work very hard, and they, you know, you don't want to stifle them, all that. I understand all that, 110%. I understand all that, right? But I'm also looking at it from the perspective of how many of you in the chat, how many of you have put in a 2-week notice for a job and didn't care about the slack, the extra work that people want to have to do now to make up for you leaving? How many of you done that? I've done it. You don't care about the team. You don't care about the business and their sustainability without you. You just care about, I'm going somewhere else where it's giving me more money. You feel me? Shout out to y'all in the chat. Exactly. Yo, Black Bear, what's good? Shout out to Get on the Sticks, what's good? Like I should care. Sorry, Persona. Exactly.
Like I should care. Like I should care. Like I should care.
Like I should care. Right? Oh no, we get Chris. Yo, shout out to Chris and Get on the Sticks. I see y'all in here. Listen, we gonna get to all sides. Don't trust me. We gonna get to all sides. We gonna get to all sides. Trust me. Right? I'm not just gonna play one side of the fence here. We gonna get to all sides. I promise. I promise you, Chris. We gonna get to all sides. We all did that. So the whole boycott thing, in the moment, if I'm in her shoes and putting myself in her position, I understand it. On the outside looking in, I think it's a bit selfish, but being in that type of position, I understand. That's why I say the whole boycott thing is a double-edged sword in terms of her saying that, especially so close to the release. I understand it, man, because it's like a fuck you to Platinum Games and an F you to Bayonetta 3. That's really how she's feeling, which I'm like, listen, if you're not, I get it. I get that. Being on both sides of the fence, I understand it, but it's a double-edged sword. It's not, you can't be 100% one way or the other way. In this situation, you got to be straight down the middle, in my opinion. In my opinion, of course. My whole thing is with the boycott thing, and this is with the community. You dudes in the community, and this is why I said what I said when people was talking about boycott. I'm like, you people ain't even boycott $70 games. You still out here buying Madden, NBA 2K, FIFA, Call of Duty, PlayStation titles. You still buying the games, and people were talking about boycott this and boycott that at the beginning of the generation when $70 games were starting to rear their ugly head. And people were telling you, boycott this, boycott that, and they buying the goddamn game. Cut the cap, man.
Cut the cap.
Cut the cap, man. I was born yesterday. So when I see that whole boycott shit in this community, I laugh, not at the actual boycott. I'm not laughing at the boycott. Listen, do what you do. If people are actually gonna boycott, yo, more power to you. I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm still gonna buy the game. I really wanna play it. It looks dope. But I laugh at the people in this community that talking about, oh, boycott this, boycott that. When I'm like, you people don't stand by your convictions with nothing that pertains to gaming. And then you shit on the people who do stand by their convictions. What are you talking about?
Cut the cap.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Cut the cap.
No one here was born yesterday. Shout out to Stone. She said people were ready to boycott the game over her paycheck, but still buy Activision Blizzard games after those lawsuits. Ayo, look.
I'm a neutral.
Ayo, look, Stone. Ayo, look. Where Michael Jordan when you need him?
Stop it. Get some help.
Where Michael Jordan when you need him?
Stop it. Get some help.
You right. All those allegations and stuff that was coming out about Activision Blizzard, them games still getting bought. Gotta cut the cap, man. Now here's my thing. When it comes to the actual situation, she gave her side of the story, and then shout out to Jason Schreier. Matter of fact, let me go to his Twitter. We'll look at it. Jason Schreier. Yeah, because he put it out. He put it out on Bloomberg. And to be clear, Platinum Games. All right, here we go. So Schreier, he says, last week Bayonetta, former voice actor, called for fans to boycott the game, saying she was offered just $4,000 to work on it. Her Twitter videos went viral and stoked the debate over voice actor wages, but the full story is much more complicated. Platinum offered Helena Taylor between $3K and $4K per session for at least 5 sessions, according to people familiar with the deal and documentation viewed by Bloomberg. In response, the people said Taylor asked for a 6-figure fee and residuals. Negotiations fell apart. Taylor denies this account. In an email to Bloomberg, she called that version of events an absolute lie and said that Platinum is trying to save their ass and the game. Taylor's videos have been received more than 9.5 million views on Twitter and led to a deluge of calls from fans and pundits to boycott. Damn, why you call them pundits? To boycott Bayonetta 3. But accounts and evidence reviewed by Bloomberg make it clear that those videos were not the whole story. Taylor's videos also led to a barrage of Twitter vitriol and harassment towards Platinum developers and new Bayonetta actor Jennifer Hale, who put out a statement saying she could not comment and subsequently retweeted a telling thread. It's unlikely that the full story will get as much traction or as many eyeballs as the original Twitter videos, which in my opinion raises some interesting questions about pleas to emotion and how information is disseminated in the social media age. So, you know, Jennifer Hale, I know Jennifer Hale, she did put out a tweet as well, where she really couldn't say anything, but this is what Platinum is saying, that they offered her 3 to 4K per session, 4-hour sessions, and it was about 5 sessions. Which, if that's the case, I mean, again, even if, and this goes back to the beginning conversation of worth. You get what I'm saying? Helena looked at that and said, if this is true, right? Because she's saying it's not true. Platinum is saying it is true. I mean, if this was a court of law, this would be hearsay or or hearsay, you know, she bullshit. There would have to be some type of documentation of facts to back this up. Obviously, Platinum's not going to put that out. But if whoever's working at Platinum or close to the project is saying this, and Jason Schreier's reporting on it, I mean, you know, Jason Schreier and his track record, most people are going to believe this and run with it, right? Which, you know, I understandably, especially when you look at Jason Schreier's track record, and looking at that information, it goes back to what I said at the beginning. If they offered her that 4K, 3 or 4K per session, amounting to 20K total, and she denied that and she wanted the 100K and residuals, that's what she thought she was worth. That goes back to the conversation of worth. You get what I'm saying? If she is viewing that and saying, yo, I think I'm worth more than that, this is what I think I'm worth, if the company is not willing to give you that, you walk away, which is what she did. But and she also was being, you know, she was also being I don't want to call it spiteful, but, you know, wanting to get payback for the situation. She did what she did with the series of videos. So, that seems, from what Platinum is saying, that seems plausible, right? I don't see that being like something that's unrealistic. But then I wonder, my thing is, I wonder what Jennifer Hale is getting. She's definitely got to be getting more than 20K. She's got to be getting like maybe 50. And that's the thing too, man. Like, we don't know how the negotiations went. Like, I wonder if Taylor just came out and said, yo, we'll give you, you know, I want 100K in residuals, and they was like, nah, and they walked out the door. Like, you know, I wonder what type of negotiations went on, because Platinum said they tried to negotiate, because negotiations fell apart. I'm thinking like, yo, if we give you, if Platinum would have came back and say, yo, look, we'll give you the 100K but no residuals, I wonder if she turned that down, or if they was like, yo, we'll give you, you know, 60K and 0.001% of residual or something like that. You know, I don't know. It's interesting. You know, obviously we're not going to know how those negotiations went, but clearly whatever the negotiations were outside of what Helena was asking for, they viewed that as something that just, she viewed that as something that wasn't at the standard of her worth. And looking at it from that perspective, it goes back to my earlier conversation of she didn't see that as being worth it. But who am I to say that she's not worth that, what she's asking for? Especially when you look at a lot of other stars and people in this community and industry, not just gaming community, or not just the gaming industry, but just in entertainment in general. How many people are trying to get to the bag, so to speak, and are trying to make deals that are going to be in their favor? What person is not going to try to make a deal that's in their favor? It's very weird. And that's why this goes back to the gaming community and how a lot of y'all are acting with this shit, right? Even if what they offered her, she didn't think was of value to what she was looking for, you like, who sits there and says, oh yeah, well, just take it? You get what I'm saying? When you're in, like, and the way some of y'all act, the way some of the people in this community act, I absolutely believe that you in a job interview, you take the first offer the job gives you. So if you sit down for an interview and they tell you, oh, well, the salary is 50K, you just say, okay, thank you, I'm happy for that. Say 50K, yeah, that's great. You're not asking no questions. You're not trying to negotiate. You're not trying to do nothing. You just accept that salary and that's it. Is that what you're telling me? You get what I'm saying? No, most people that I know are going to try to negotiate a higher salary. Well, I see that the job offers 50K, but looking at my skills and my expertise and my training and my education, I feel like I'm worth this. Can we come to an agreement? Or You know, when you filling out a job application and they ask you what's your salary expectations, you put whatever the job's offering. You ain't putting no salary expectations at all. Is that what you telling me? Is that what y'all telling me? Yeah, she did get replaced for her arrogance. She absolutely did. She absolutely did get replaced for her arrogance. Yo, shout out. Yo, I'm just now looking at the chat. Hey, yo, shout out to the 5% of people who actually chose no, that they don't like the videos. God damn. You don't like the videos? Why? I'm curious. I'm legit curious. Yo, 5% of people chose no, that they don't like the videos. That is crazy. Hey, yo, that is, I'm looking up at the poll, and I'm like, yo, 5% of people said they don't like the videos? Hey, yo, that's crazy. Yo, whoever it is, tell me in the chat who voted no. I'm curious to know why you don't like it. I'm very curious. Whoever, and listen, no one's gonna kick you or block you or nothing. I'm very curious. I legit want to know. Like, really and truly, I legit want to know what you don't like about it. So what, yo, Chris, so what? I'm not living my life through other people. If I'm going into a job, I don't give a fuck what the other people are making. It's about what I think I deserve. I don't give a fuck if the top paid people in the voice acting community not getting that. That's what I think I'm worth. So I'm gonna ask that and put that down as, yo, this is what I'm looking for. What the hell y'all talking about? What are you talking about, bruh? Yo, you going to a job interview and you say, oh, well, what's the top person getting? I should get less than that because I'm new. No. I don't care what the top person's getting. It's what I think I'm worth. It's what I think I deserve. That's, yo, the way y'all talking is crazy. Like, I would love to see y'all in a job interview. That shit is crazy. Yo, y'all are absolutely taking, yo, go ask your coworkers how much money they make and how much money you make. I guarantee you making way less than your coworkers. Because you not negotiating salaries. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck what the next person's making. I don't give a fuck. It's what if I come into a job interview and I say, yo, I want 125. Oh, well, Billy Bob over there is only making, the most he's making is 90, so why should you get 125? This is why. I don't give a fuck what Billy Bob make. It's what I want. It's what I expect. That's crazy, man. Nah, I don't care about Troy Baker. I don't care what the other top voice actors are or are not getting. She laid out her qualifications. The woman is qualified. What? Hey, yo, y'all are crazy, man. Hey, yo, that's just crazy. You say you're not supposed to ask your coworkers how much money they make. See, and that's how a lot of y'all be getting lowballed because companies told you that bullshit lie that you shouldn't be sharing your salary with your coworkers. Hell no, share that salary, man. My coworker come to me and say, how much money you make a year? I make this. How much you make? Oh, you making that? How you making that? I negotiated my salary. Oh, well, shit, I need to go and try to negotiate as well. Absolutely. Go back to the manager and go to the hiring manager and tell him you want more money. Imagine Persona trying this with Naughty Dog. Yo, listen. If Nolan North came out tomorrow and said he's not doing, or Troy Baker came out tomorrow and said he's not doing the next Last of Us because they not trying to pay me what I think I'm worth, I'm gonna look at Troy Baker and say, there you go, brother. Go where you are valued. Yo, listen. This is one thing I think y'all gotta understand. I don't give a fuck who it is. I keep the same energy across the board. I don't care if it's PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo. If a voice actor is coming out and saying they left a position or left a game because they weren't getting the money they supposed to, hey man, pay them what they worth. If you're not gonna pay them, they gonna go somewhere else. That's with anything in life. That's what happens. It does not matter where, what, or when it is. People are going to go where the money is. They're going to go where the money is. You think if I wasn't getting the benefits and bonuses and shit at my job every year, I would still be there? No. I want to grow. You want to make money. This shit is crazy. Bro, I'll tell you what I'm in support of. I'm in support of anybody going to where the money is. Yeah, you're right, Sticks. She's not getting the money here. That's why she's not doing the voice. If she went somewhere else. Yo, Stone, I can't believe we're arguing. I can't believe this is an argument. Stone, you're absolutely right. I cannot believe that this is an argument. This is not an argument. It's common sense. People are going to go where the money is. Oh, Chris said let him in. I'll pull up. Come on, come through, Chris. Let's talk. Dismiss. Pull up, Chris. If y'all want to talk, y'all can come through. Create an invite. Join a conversation. This shit is crazy, bro. I can't believe people are actually trying to say she shouldn't get what she feels she's valued at. No, it's not about, yo, listen, there are plenty of people that have passed on high paying jobs because they felt they were worth more and got more. That scared money don't make money. You feel me? Scared money not making no money out here. You understand? If I feel that I can get more money somewhere else, you go where you feel you can get the more money. Obviously, make sure you got backup plans and shit. But that's common sense in the work world. That's common sense anywhere. Like, this is why I don't understand this whole, well, they're not worth it. Well, are you worth the money that you're making? How much money you make a year? You're not worth that either. Imagine someone telling you you're not worth that either. What the fuck you gonna say? You gonna say, yeah, maybe you're right. I should quit my job today and give it to somebody else. No, you're gonna say, no, I am worth that. What are we talking about here? Yo, Chris, what up? Oh, my fault. Hold on, you muted. Let me hold up. All right, there you go. Go ahead.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's good, bro? I hope
Chilling.
everything's going good for you.
Chilling, man.
Nah, man. I just wanna. First of all, I wanna clear things up real quick because when this whole thing first came out, like I was in the middle. I was on the side. Was like, damn, that's fucked up. They could have paid her a lot more than that. You know what I mean? I was in the when she had originally said that it was just a 4K, but she didn't add all the other context to it. You know what I mean? So everybody thought it was just a 4K for the 4 sessions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, damn, that's messed up. But at the same time, I'm not gonna boycott the game, and I don't believe in punishing the other voice actors and all that stuff that she was throwing them under the bus, and you know what I mean, and whatnot, right? The thing about her pay, because I agree with you, right? Here's the thing: it's like I agree. It's like, well, whatever you feel worth. If you're not happy with the offer, then find somewhere else that will offer you that money, even though she hasn't found anywhere else that will get her that money. But the whole thing is like, what she was asking for, right? And again, I agree. She can ask for whatever she's worth. But what she was asking for is shit that not even Jennifer Hale, who's more prestigious, gets for that amount of work, right? And Jennifer Hale does way more stuff. She's a female voice of Shepard and things like that. So I get the whole, yeah, you can ask for it, but is it a realistic, like what she was asking for in terms of like what? Because Bayonetta is not a top selling game at all. Like it only sells like 1.5 million. It doesn't even reach like 2 million of sales because she also misrepresented or lied or whatever. I don't know about what. I mean, we could say that she lied because it's not true about how much the series made. She said it made 450 million. No, it does not. She said it made 450 million outside of merchandise. No, that series does not. That series has sold nowhere near 10 million copies at all. You know what I mean? So the whole thing is like her coming out and not saying the whole truth. If she would have come out and complained about, you know, what they truly offered and stuff like that without her throwing the other actress under the bus, without calling for a boycott and stuff like that, because the other voice actress she came out, she made a statement. She was like, listen, my work speaks for itself. And you also got to remember, a lot of people, you know, worked on this game. And when the information with Jason Schreier said he reviewed the document where they offered her the money. He's and Jason Schreier don't miss. He's seen what they offered and stuff like that. And what I started noticing, I didn't see too many other voice actors rally behind her like that. Other voice actor was like, yeah, I mean, that's about as much as I get, or that's even more generous than some of the offers that they receive and stuff like that. So when I started seeing like other voice actors wasn't really rallying behind her like that, that's why I was like, well, what the hell is going on? And then the whole with Jennifer Hale, because Jennifer Hale was liking and retweeting the reports from the insiders yesterday with Jason Schreier and things like that. And I was like, it just sounds to me like I think cause all she does is Bayonetta, right? Which I agree, they should pay her more because she's a star of the role. But the last thing that she did was 8 years ago, was in 2014, which was Bayonetta. It's not like a Jennifer Hale situation who does 30 to 40 jobs a year. And Jennifer Hale would take a 15K job, right? Because she does 30 to 40 of them a year, and you add all of that up, and you're making all that money and stuff like that. But she didn't really build her resume, to have that leverage that what a top actor will have and stuff like that. Yeah, you can ask for whatever you want, but it's you got to be realistic at the same time as well too. Because I can't just go on a job at your job, Persona. You've been there for 10 years, and I'll be like, well, I want to make more than what Persona's making. That's been doing this, that does way more and does 10 years. It's like, no,
but there are people at my job that I'm sure do. If someone comes in as a director or an executive, they come in making way more than what I make, and they're coming in brand new into a position. See, my thing is, it does not matter, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because she's gone, because she said it in the video, she's gone through the training and all this other stuff to be at the level of where she's at with her vocals and acting and all this other stuff. The value in where she's seeing it is the time that she put in to perfect her craft. So if you're taking time to perfect your craft, you're expecting to be compensated, especially if you can prove that you can provide that higher level of service or offering based upon perfecting that craft. It's no different than IT or applying for a position, right? If you're applying for a position at a job and they say, oh, well, we want to pay you 65, and you come back and say, well, I think I'm worth 90, they're going to ask you why. You're going to lay out your experience, your education, your projects, and everything else that's going to make you look like, you know what, let's invest into this, because we think based upon what you're saying that you're definitely worth this as well. But no company is going to automatically say, oh, we see that you have a master's degree and we're only offering you 80K. So you know what, let's up that because we feel you're worth more. No, it's up to you, the individual, to determine what you're worth. I don't give a fuck what other people are making. I don't care what other voice actors are making. It's up to them, the individual, to make the decision of if what they're making is acceptable or not. And that's part of the problem. Yeah, a lot of people weren't rallying behind her, sure, but that does not mean that she should still not ask for what she thinks she is worth. And I'm speaking in general here. I'm not saying you. That's that follow the leader mentality with a lot of people within this community and industry, where there's a lot of people. You know why a lot of people probably didn't speak up, Chris? Not even because they agreed or that they agree with Platinum. It's because they might be scared to lose their job. It's a lot of variables when it comes to this stuff, because a lot of those things happen where a lot of people won't speak up because they're scared to lose their job. So my whole thing is this: the whole boycotting thing, like I said, that's a double-edged sword. I don't think, I'm still buying the game, you feel me? So like that whole boycotting thing, that's up to her. She wanted to do that. It is what it is. I understand in the moment, but there's two sides to that, and I understand both sides, truly and truly. But in terms of worth is something that I am never going to tell somebody that they should minimize or anything like that, because this is your livelihood, this is your money, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're getting every single dollar from companies or wherever your services are being offered.
Yeah, and I agree. That's what I say. I believe they could have, they could have paid her more and stuff like that, right? And the whole thing is like she's coming out and says that, well, that's a lie. But here's the thing: she already broke NDA, and she said that she's received a letter from Kamiya himself, right, with the final offer of 4K, right? So now with the whole report came out, now she said, oh, she just wants to put the franchise behind her. Me, I'm like, okay, why don't you show the letter if it's a lie? Why don't you show the actual proof? Why don't you show the documents to prove that it's a lie? Or if you don't even want to show it because you don't want to break more NDAs, you should have shown it to Jason Schreier, who emailed you. She could have showed it to him, and Jason would have reported, hey, I seen the thing and it says something different, and blah, blah, blah. She now that this thing came out, all she says is, oh, it's a lie, I'm gonna put it behind me, and she's not gonna post any receipts, any receipts and stuff like that. That's what I said. Like, I agree. They could have paid her more for what she's worth. But she's part of a union, right? Mm-hmm. That not only approved the rate, right? She was getting a well above her union rate, but nobody's coming out the union, but like, yo, why y'all only, allowing her to make this much or didn't negotiate even more or anything like that? The union approved it, and back in 2016, when there was the voice actor strike, that union that she's a part of gave up residuals for more bonuses and stuff like that and things like that. So yeah, like I said, she could have asked for whatever. She could have asked for $500,000, and if that's what she felt worth it, no, they said no. She said no. Move on. She didn't have to do all of this other extra stuff about it.
She was trying to be petty. She was trying to be petty.
She could have kept it moving and found another job, which she hasn't, because the only thing she's done is Bayonetta. She hasn't done any other voices. Why hasn't she booked more jobs than anything? But that's on her. I don't know anything about that, but yeah.
What up, Barry?
Yo, I came up in here and I saw a Chris picture. I was laughing for like legit 3 minutes, bro. Like,
oh damn, what is? I can't really see it. What is it?
Hey, this man got Link looking like He-Man.
Oh, I see it. Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Got Link looking like He-Man out here. Like, yo, bro. Yo, my whole thing.
I'm my bad, Barry, but there was when she was saying boycott, she also said put that money towards donation, right? The people that were like, oh, we're behind her, right? Which I was behind her in terms of paying more. Guess what? I put money towards donation, right, at a children's hospital, and I kept my pre-order. A lot of these people didn't really do that, so that I don't think they were really truly standing behind her like that. But go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people were standing behind her because they don't necessarily agree with the actions. My whole thing is like, yo, I'm not faulting this lady. I don't understand when everybody became like PI agents or private investigators trying to figure out what this lady is making and this and all that shit. Yo, she feel like she's getting lowballed. That's the end of the story. That's how she's feeling. You know what I mean? As far as like, yo, I'm worth more than this. I am the face. Well, she is the face of Bayonetta. She is Bayonetta, regardless of what anybody says. This is what I feel like I should be making. And whatever situation, I don't really agree with her as far as like, oh, boycott the game and all that bullshit that, they were saying. But I put myself in those situations, like, what would I do in this situation? And yeah, I wouldn't say like, oh, don't work for this company or don't do this, but I would definitely be speaking out like, nah, I'm worth more than this. I'm not gonna sit up in here and accept no $4,000, whatever session, if I know that I'm worth more than that. I am this character. This game wouldn't be where it is if I didn't do the voice work for this game. I think a lot of people is undermining what her work has done, regardless if it's just one game. Who gives a fuck?
Hey yo, hold on. Let me say something to Sticks real quick. Yo, Sticks, there is no fake outrage here, bro. It's just a conversation. Because at the end of the day, I'm still buying the game, and I'm not losing. I'm not losing no sleep over none of this bullshit. You feel me?
Bro, it's a conversation. I said it right there when I saw the video. I'm not boycotting shit. I got the physical and digital pre-order. I'm not boycotting nothing. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's weird that people are going out their way to try to disprove this lady. Every time she says something, oh no, she's lying here. As soon as somebody responds to what she's saying, it's a lie. I personally don't think she's lying because she's risking way too much for us to come out and just blatantly lie like that. I don't think she's lying. I believe
not only that, but the fact, I agree with Barry there. It's like, yo, why a lot of people are trying to tell this person what she's not worth, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, how would you feel if somebody was telling you that? Like, yo, you not worth however much money you making at your job, you not worth that. Imagine that, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
Nobody doing that. But one thing.
Nah. There was a Chris. You might not have been doing that, but there was a lot of people that I was seeing when them videos hit that was doing that bullshit.
Hold on. There was a lot of people on the opposite. Like I said, I don't agree with that. But here's the thing: she did lie. That's the like. Even if you want to be like, well, a lot of people are questioning her that she lied. Here's the thing: that she did lie, and if she's not lying. She says she has the letter that proves that shows the final offer. Show it. The fact that she says she wants to leave it all behind and not show any receipts, right? All we're doing is taking her word for it but she said she has the receipts. Show the receipts, or why didn't she show Bloomberg the actual letter or the documents for them to expose it or something like that? So that's what I'm saying. There's still a lot of unknowns or whatever.
I think she will show it when the people that came out and reported Bloomberg actually tell them who they are. Why am I going to risk any type of secrecy?
Because Platinum Games, they don't have to. They're under NDAs. They're not under court. They're not being sued. They don't have to show.
But
anything.
That's what I said earlier.
She's the one making the claim. She's making the claim.
Yeah, she made a claim, but I don't think she's going to show out documents like that because there's NDAs. There's more probably going to be lawsuits within that stuff and all that.
Right, but she could have shown it to Jason, right, who saw the other documents and he didn't break the NDA, and he could have confirmed himself without her actually showing it.
Yeah, that is true. She could come out and show everything like that, but I personally don't think she's lying.
Right, because when you negotiate a contract, and here's what these people being stupid in the chat. When you're negotiating the contract, even if you don't get the contract, even if you don't sign the contract, you're still under NDA. You can't go out there and start telling people, what they offered, or all that is still under NDA, even if you didn't take the job.
Yeah, you can't.
And then Platinum Game, for them to respond and actually show shit, they will have to go through lawyers or anything like that. Like I said, it's not about like I said, I was like, yeah, pay her more. Do the charity and shit like that. People who don't have a Switch and stuff like that, they're not doing shit. They'll be in all fake anger and shit like that anyways. But like I said, I believe she deserves more. But at the same time, it's like they said no. She said no. She moved on. Move to somebody else. She hasn't moved on to anybody else that's willing to pay her that amount.
Yo, Chris, can I ask you? Chris,
Obviously, I think that she's salty that you have this new actor here, and she's probably making more than what the person that pretty much, birthed this franchise as far as who Bayonetta is in English voice acting is making less. That's like saying, Naughty Dog is going a new direction with Uncharted, and they are paying the new actor more money than they will pay what's his name, Nolan North. I'm pretty sure Nolan North will have something to say too. It's like, what the fuck? You're not gonna disrespect me. I'm the one that.
I'm pretty sure Kojima paid Kiefer Sutherland more than what he paid David Hayter for Metal Gear Solid 5, and Kiefer Sutherland probably. I mean, it's just to me, it's unfortunate, but it's just how shit is, bro. And like the business is like the ones that are more prestigious. Yeah, even if like somebody else did the role before them, they have the leverage to with their talent. Their talent speaks for itself. Like what Jennifer Hale said. They have the leverage to get paid more, than the other people and stuff like that. And here's the thing: like if she would have got the 6 figures, right, and went from like 15K to 6-figure plus residuals, how do you think the Japanese Bayonetta will feel? How do you think the French Bayonetta will feel? They're gonna have to come out.
That's not my problem, bro. Listen, man. Y'all keep doing that is a very weak argument. That's not my problem. If you go to a grocery store, Chris, Chris, and that's for them. That's for them. They gotta deal with it. Hey, Chris, it's an apocalypse happening, right? You run to the grocery store because you gotta get shit for you and your family, right? You see the last loaf of bread on the goddamn thing. You gonna be like, you know what? Let me leave that there for somebody else that need it too. Or you gonna take that shit. You feel me? You gonna take the bread.
I think y'all misunderstanding. I'm not saying for Helena Taylor to care about what the other voice actors is making. I'm saying from the perspective of the other voice actors, like they're gonna feel some type of way and they're gonna start asking for more money as well too.
This is what I said earlier, Chris, with my analogy on Sick Podcast when I brought up sports. In sports, this happen all the time where people negotiate contracts, people sit out of practice, People sit out of training camp. People miss games, skip games because they feel that they're worth more than what they're doing. Look what James Harden doing. You think James Harden is caring about what his teammates are saying? He wants to get paid. You think Tom Brady is caring what his teammates are saying? He want to get paid. Aaron Green, what's his name? Aaron, the Packers dude. You think he was caring when he sat out in fucking preseason and practice? He wants to get paid. They're not giving a fuck about no Bayonetta from French and Japan. That's something that the organization, Platinum, got to worry about. She want to get her bag.
Right, I know, but then they will have to worry about then the side characters be like, well, if you're giving them 100K, can I at least get 60K? Then all the other voices have to be like, damn, fucking, you only offered me 1K. Like, let me get like 40K and shit like that. So.
Absolutely. But you know what? If she was getting her money, it would have been quiet. They would have known. That's the thing.
Because like, Bayonetta's not a big, like I said, it doesn't really sell that much. So it's not a big budget game at all. Like it's not like on a Naughty Dog where they're actually doing full motion capture for like months upon months and actually being physical. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going in the booth or anything
like any platinum game is not a big seller. Any platinum game.
No, it's not a big
yo,
budget,
really, yo, that's the other thing
all.
too, though. Really and truly, yo, a lot of these motherfuckers that's capping on social media ain't gonna buy the game anyway.
Exactly.
Why you dudes not buying the game?
What's that happening against it?
Yo, I see some weird shit though. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. I'm just like, damn. It's all political too, man. When it comes to this shit, like at the end of the day, if you're excited for Bayonetta, I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna stop you. Just like when motherfuckers are bringing out crunch articles, talking about, oh, I'm not supporting it. You know, don't buy this game because they have the crunch. Nobody was giving a fuck about that shit. You wanted to play the game. That's it.
Bari, it's the same people with iPhones talking about boycott Bayonetta, knowing that goddamn Chinese workers are killing themselves for less than 2 pennies to make a goddamn iPhone. They're not boycotting those big tech companies. They're not boycotting
that's a fact.
boycotting all these other things.
That's a fact. You can say sneakers too. Motherfuckers out here buying Jordans. They don't give a fuck out of that shit. At the end of the day, if you gonna buy what you want, that's why when I saw all the videos, people talking about boycotting, I felt like I was weird too. But my biggest thing was just like, I understand people talking about this whole situation, but where are we getting to where we're just dissing this lady? Now we hate this lady. You ain't hate her 2 months ago. You ain't hate her before Bayonetta 3 got announced. You know what I mean? Now it's all of a sudden this disdain and hate towards this lady. While I'm seeing people doing all these type of jokes and memes and all that bullshit. I was like, yo, y'all need to relax with that bullshit.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think anybody should hate the lady. But here's the thing: like some of the shit that she said in the video when she threw the other voice actors out the bus, the other lady she got unwarranted harassment. And here's the thing: honestly, I think if she would have left some things out and be more honest up front and still said like the same shit, I think none of the whole like now people are against her would have happened. I think people would still be more for her now. You know what I mean? I think even if she would have been like, yo, it was a total of 15K or 20K or whatever, I think people still would have been like, damn, that's low for when, you know what I mean? I think people still would have been on that wave and stuff like that. But because she wasn't totally honest up front, right? Because she was leaving details out, right? And like I said, I was on her side at first, except for the boycott, right?
Yo, Chris, what kind of phone you got? You got an iPhone?
Yeah, hell yeah, I have an iPhone. Here's the thing, I'm not doing that moral shit.
You gonna boycott?
iPhones.
I was gonna say you. No. Hey, yo, Chris. Hey, Chris. I got another one for you, Chris. You live in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yo, you gonna boycott the house you live in?
Hell no. No. Absolutely not. I'm not out here saying boycott. I'm not the ones being like, oh boy, you know, with the Naughty Dog Crunch situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot, right? The Naughty Dog Crunch situations and shit like that. People were saying, oh, how can Naughty Dog treat their employees like this, boycott it, shit like that? Ain't nobody give a fuck, bro. Ain't nobody give a fuck, and that made Naughty Dog look bad. You know what I mean? You had these dudes defending it and shit like that, and which is worse allegations than whatever. Oh, I didn't get paid. It's not. Here's the thing: it's like it's not like these allegations are like the Activision or Blizzard or what like Naughty Dog got in terms of crunch or sexual harassments or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yo, all I'm saying is like, yo, the disrespect that I was seeing a lot of people throw at her, bruh, I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
over Bayonetta,
Yeah, I don't agree with the disrespect.
over Bayonetta, and it was from from these Nintendo fanboys.
It's like, yo, this lady, she likes Satanist. I don't know what people were saying, but I saw.
Yo, they were saying some wild shit, and I'm like, yo, these Nintendo fans, yo, I don't want to hear Nintendo fans ever try to talk about PlayStation or Xbox fans ever again, because between last week and this week, y'all embarrassed yourselves. An embarrassment to the gaming community right now. Absolutely disgusting.
They're doing some Xbox shit, yo. Real talk. But I'm still hyped for that game, though. That shit gonna be
Absolutely,
lit.
I'm gonna play.
I know that. You said Jennifer Hale or whoever. I know that shit gonna be fire.
Oh, facts. Hey, that's a fact.
Boycott all you want, not me. Been waiting 8 years for this bullshit. You all crazy. I'm not boycotting shit. What's her name? Helena Taylor. Listen, I feel for you, whatever the situation is, but I'm not boycotting shit. Like I said, I got that collectors coming and that digital coming. I'm not boycotting shit.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now, let me ask you.
This whole thing was fucking messy and stuff like that. Like I said, even Jennifer Hale, she retweeted a thread that was talking about this, how people lack critical thinking. That they're not,
Yo, Guap is funny.
Yo, Jennifer Hale is the OG too. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the OG.
Yeah.
Right, she's an OG and stuff like that as well too. But like, I remember she retweeted this thread that was talking about how, like, you know, like people are quick to react to like things that are untrue. So she was like co-signing, like, yo, what she's saying is not on the true story. You know what I mean? This is why you don't really see a lot of the other voice actors like really rallying, you know, behind her like that. You know what I mean? But
let me ask y'all about since I got y'all here, G4. Nah.
Embarrassment.
Hey, goodbye. Hold on, I gotta play the sound. Hold up, don't say that yet. Hold up.
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now, comparatively probably to what Game Pass and Xbox exclusives will offer me. That between like the Hogwarts Legacy game.
I don't think PlayStation has enough good exclusives right now. Nah, but on a serious note,
bruh, she told everybody at G4 that's watching her when her whole sexism, rant. If you don't like it, don't watch. Oh, okay, we took your word. We took your word for it.
Yeah, it was really. Shit. So my whole thing is this, man, and we gonna talk about this Saturday too. But my whole thing is, why did they? Because I don't think so. One thing I want to say, disclaimer, 100% is not all because of Frost. So that I don't think. I think it was also a combination of some of the stuff that was happening with Frost and the show's not being all that entertaining and not really getting a lot of money and really a lot of competition, right? Because there's a lot of other people in the YouTube space that's doing this a lot better than them. But also, personal, everybody and their mama got a YouTube channel now. So it's like everybody's up on game when it comes, the variety and the amount of things you could choose from in today's time when it comes to gaming news and gaming topics and streams and all that other stuff. It is a lot there. But see, what G4 had going for it was that they had the hearts and minds of millions through nostalgia. So even though there was so much other competition out here, the nostalgia for so many gamers, they had that. So that when they were doing the comeback, I was hyped. Like, yo, yes, this is, Adam Sessler coming back. Morgan Webb, she popped there. Olivia, like, it was so dope to just see, like, yo, G4 is coming back. G4 is about to be something dope. Again, like, I'm excited. Then it became this. And I'm just like, yo, I was watching some of the shows and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, are y'all actually playing games? I'm just like, yo, are y'all actually playing games?
You know what the issue was? Is that they tried to live so much on nostalgia, which I'm not faulting that, but the time and era where G4 was striving, the things that they were doing, they were trying to do those type of videos again in this day and age, and it just didn't. They didn't read the room well, as far as like who they're trying to attract, or the people that they did attract. It didn't bode well for them. And Frost might not be 100% the issue, but she was damn well 90 of the goddamn show, because the times where the shows where you're actually doing the sit downs, the X plays, where people recognize that name and they want to go to that. Yeah, she was corny. She didn't play no games like that. You could tell that she had no backing like that. Adam Sessler wasn't even like there. He was there like remotely and whatnot. You brought new people in that nobody really knew per se. You know what I mean? Where it was just a mess, to be honest with you, man. I don't think they were ready to have that have G4 the resurgence of the G4TV. They weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for it at all.
The other thing too is they was too focused on like the chat and what people were saying and all this other like it was a lot of stuff that I just wasn't really
overly trying to be cool.
And then like even like the
be a nerd, you're a nerd.
Yeah,
you know
like
I mean?
like the content.
You're trying to push down certain agendas, or you're trying to push down certain causes. And G4, that stuff does naturally happen. This felt like it was forced. Oh, you want to attack this type of people? You want to condemn this type of actions? Okay, cool, but don't force it. It felt forced. Like every goddamn show I see a clip about, it was something of them trying to condemn something or try to force something. It ain't really.
But even like watching like the gaming shows, it just didn't feel like it meshed that well. You get what I'm saying? Where like, you know, the chemistry wasn't there. I really feel like a lot of them weren't truly knowledgeable when it came to like gaming, right? Like the only people I really was messing with was Gerard the completionist. And obviously, you know, Adam Sessler, you know, from back in the day, he always gonna get my love. But Gerard the completionist was really the only one I was feeling out of like the rest of them. And I'm just like, I don't really mesh with this crowd because they just seem like that. You know, I'm still one of your lines, Barry. That's too cool for school type of people that you come across on social media who, you know, they don't want to get excited for a game because it look, you know, like, or they don't, you know, that's above them type shit, or, you know, their expectations is all over the place, and you know they even was trying to do like console war shit at some point. I'm just like, yo, what is this, man? Like this just isn't. I'm not here for this. Like I can go to a Twitter space and listen to this bullshit, you know, like just misinformation. I'm just like, yo, especially like watching the stuff in 2021 where like they was talking about how they felt 2022. That's when I signed off. I'm just like, yo, y'all, no one's gonna check this person. And I'm not saying check them on some like disrespectful shit. But what I'm saying, nah, fuck that. Because even if you and I, Barry, if we doing our show, right, and I say something wrong or you say something wrong, we're gonna check each other. Oh no, Barry, is this, that, and the third?
It's different. I don't know if that format that they had was like a back and forth debate type.
No, but I'm not talking about I'm not talking about back and forth though. I'm talking about, so for example, that whole Hogwarts Legacy is exclusive to Xbox. No, I think it's actually going to be on all platforms. That's not a back and forth. That's not me. That's not me trying to disrespect you. When I say check somebody, I'm not saying checking them as in it turns into a debate. I'm saying checking them as in keeping everybody on level, keeping everybody on point. Like, oh nah, I think this is this. I think this is that. You get what I'm saying? Even when we was talking to Sean Layden, and when he had made a mistake when he was talking about something, and we was like, oh, did you mean this, Sean? Just to be sure. He's like, oh yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you. Not disrespect. Not trying to be rude. Not trying to get you in a gotcha moment, is to keep people on point. And a lot of that was not happening for whatever reason. And I think part of it was because they weren't as knowledgeable. That group and a lot of those people in there just weren't knowledgeable when it came to the game. And really, truly, they probably didn't give a fuck. They was just there for the check.
Or they didn't want to speak out because they didn't want to seem like they're being, you know, those type of people that were like, any little thing that you say, you probably get blamed for like, oh, sexist, or you're coming at the women or some shit like that. You know? I don't know. Like to me, like I was never excited for G4TV coming back because I knew it was gonna be the same. Though the problem with a lot of these like video games, like sites and shit like that, is like now that like in the age of content creation where you guys are making amazing, you know, podcasts, what's up, PlayStation, whatever. It's like now the people, the gamers can find other gamers that they can relate to instead of these suits, right? These industry professionals that's like their personalities are whack, you know, where they're not likable at all and stuff like that. Like she wasn't a likable person at all. It's not because she's a woman and or what she looks like or anything like that. It's like no, it's just her attitude. She, you know, she was always giving attitude and stuff like that. She and doing this all fake virtue singing, but like, oh, don't objectify women. But then she's objectify women and stuff like that. But it's okay because she's a woman, right? It's okay and things like that. So yeah, I seen the disaster happening from afar. They were saying a bunch of misinformation. They were supposed to be professional. Nobody was fact checking them, saying all these, you know, it was clearly like console war shit against PlayStation, which that's supposed to be a show that's actually supposed to have true neutrals, right? It's supposed to have true neutrals and everything like that.
I'm a neutral.
All supposed to come at shit about PlayStation and other things.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you said too about like, you know, like today's day and age and how people interact is more interpersonal when it comes to YouTube and Twitter. Like these personalities that they have for these shows, they don't really interact with everyone. Obviously, yeah, because people can be weird with how they interact with people that's these check marks and whatnot. But yeah, you don't really see people on that level. Like they're not talking gaming like how somebody on YouTube would talk gaming or invite somebody to a podcast or anything like that. You know what I mean? You have to have a certain stature before you can even talk to them, and that stuff comes off as smug. So yeah, people's not going to really like, you know, watch that type of content like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. With the attitude that they have.
It's not just that either, man. Like, yo, even when it comes to like the console war shit, there's people in the community that do better than that. That does it better. That like they go to it for that. You get what I'm saying? If you're going fanboy and all that, at least be entertaining with it. You feel me? Like and let it be well thought out. I just feel like when it came to a lot of the stuff that I was seeing, and maybe you know what's funny? It might be this as well. You know how they always say never meet your heroes because your heroes never turn out to be what you envision them. I think this might be one of those situations with G4 where the nostalgia of what we saw G4 as kids and as teenagers and what it's came back to be, I think for a lot of us, we outgrew that. Because I don't really even mess with like, you know, like I'm very picky and selective today when it comes to a lot of the news sites and things like that that I like pay attention to. And I don't really fuck with Kotaku and all that. I don't really mess with that stuff, right? And I just think with this side of the community and how we see like people not finishing games and reviewing them and just all this other stuff, I think a lot of big media sites and channels, they got kind of a bad taste in a lot in some people's mouths because of the lack of integrity and objectivity and all this other stuff, at least from where I'm sitting. And I think again, when it comes to G4, I think for me personally, G4 should have remained a memory, because now, you know, although the nostalgia I'll always appreciate growing up, my memory of it now is all this bullshit that we were seeing, which I wish it wasn't, but it is. I hate that I hate that they lost their jobs, and I think that stuff is really, really messed up. I would never, you know, people losing their jobs is a serious thing, especially in this day and age and in this climate of where we're, you know, with, you know, inflation and a looming recession and all these other things that's going on. Losing your job is one of the scariest things right now. So, you know, I do hope a lot of them land on their feet. But even in regards to that, when they did the first bit of cuts for G4 and she tweeted out, "I survived," shit like that just makes you not want to support. Like I'm telling you, bro, when you are the face of a company, public perception is everything. How you act in public is very important, especially when you are representing a company. When you're a public figure like that, you are always on 24/7. You saying shit like "I survived" when your coworkers get cut.
Did a whole
I'm just
meme
like,
about it too.
yeah, I'm just like, yo, shit
with a
like
lizard like smoking in
yeah,
the
bro. Stuff like that makes people not want to mess with the whole organization. Cause it's like, is this the type of people they employ? Hell no. You get what I'm saying? Things like that are very important. When you got people running rampant like that and no one is checking them, what you gonna do? This is what happens. Now again, I'm not saying it's 100% her, but I would say it's about 75%. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you don't like it, don't watch it. That's what she said to the whole world. And nobody, no director, no executive, no one pulled it in the office and said, "Why the fuck you say that stupid shit?"
Yo, you know what's crazy? Yo, just now somebody sent me some weird ass message on PSN. So I'm just saying, yo, make sure you set your messages to like friends only.
Sorry, I told you this months ago. No one can find me. No one can message me. No one can do none of that shit, bro.
It's because, you know, like whenever we host a tournament and whatnot, you know, you got to message somebody or do not. I leave it open for that stuff. But now I'm just gonna keep everything that's private because these dudes is weird, man. These dudes is these dudes.
Once I started receiving weird messages on PSN, I just took my PSN name off of my Twitter profile. It's still open and shit like that. Like my shit's not in private, but I just took it off there, so it's like no random can just.
Bro, you can't even search for me in PSN, boy. I don't play that, bro. Fuck out of here. You can't even find me if you search my name. But yeah, the G4 stuff is crazy, man. Like really and truly, I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody is surprised because no one was watching. Their views were plummeting. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Adam Sessler, I don't know what the hell happened to him. To me, he's just like completely fallen off in terms of like being the entertaining guy and informative guy that he was in the original G4. You know what I mean? So once I never watched any of the new episodes, but once I see some of the clips, I was like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna last. Like nobody gives a fuck about this shit. Like that's what I say. A lot of these media personalities, in terms of the ones that the industry picks, like the industry professional that has all the connections and shit like that. A lot of them dudes is boring, though. Like I don't watch Beyond no more ever since Greg Miller and shit left. I don't watch like Beyond, IGN podcasts, these games. Like a lot of them just have boring personality that nobody really jives with like that. You know,
Beyond,
it's too safe.
I like that dude, Jonathan Dornbush or whatever his name is.
I don't think he worked there no more. Don't he work for Naughty Dog now?
He left, and I don't know if I watch Beyond no more.
Yeah, like when it comes to like big podcasts, I mostly watch Sacred Symbols, Kind of Funny, XOXO I Love You. I check XCast from time to time.
Nah, I don't watch XCast. Who's that? Kind of Funny?
Yeah, Kind of Funny. Kind of Funny.
Dude that's always like, yeah, man, yeah, you know, nobody Mike. Like, nah, it can be annoying sometimes.
It's funny sometimes. Though. I like it, but it's funny. I mostly watch like smaller scale podcasts, like with, you know, like people in the community and some like mini, like not super mega like millions of subs people, but they'll have like 100,000, 200,000, maybe 50,000 subs or whatever. That's it. Like I don't really.
The main joints I watch, like especially PlayStation wise, like big, is the people that we know here and Mystic.
Mystic as well.
Funny.
Yeah, Mystic.
And Colin.
Yep, Mystic. I watch Mystic. Yeah, mostly
I
like in terms of PlayStation, the three main
joints,
PlayStation things I watch.
I used to watch all them joints, but I fell off from all them podcasts, man. Cause it gets boring. Like I feel like the enthusiasm that people have towards gaming is just like it's on an all-time low. They're at this point where, oh, this is our job, this is the norm. Here, you know, waiting for another podcast talking about this and that.
You know why? It's because they a lot of these people are too busy being angry. Still angry about $70 games. Still angry about this. Anti-consumer this. Yo, that shit get tired. Yo, that stuff is tiring. And I know that stuff's got to be tiring for people in this community. Like, crying about that bullshit. And then, like, this CMA, all this Activision CMA bullshit. Who the fuck want to sit in a podcast talking about that shit all? Like, yo, really and truly, I wouldn't want to sit in no fucking podcast talking about that shit week in, week out. Fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear that.
I think the 28th is the last day, which is Friday, which is Bayonetta Day, the day it comes out. But I think that's the last day that they can send all of their stuff to the CMAs before the second phase makes the final decision. I just want it to be over. I don't care what the ruling is. They block it, they don't block it, bro. I'm just fucking tired of seeing this shit.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, Chris. Once this shit came out from Millier, it's a rumor, not confirmed, that PlayStation might have postponed their shit because of the CMA. Hey, well, not because of the CMA, but because of the Activision acquisition shit, all this stuff going on. I'm like, hell no. Now you causing trouble in my home.
Yeah,
hell no.
It's a rumor, but yo, I'm inclined to believe it, man, because we're seeing the stagger of like what? Silent Hill, that junk was just random.
That I'm telling you, that was supposed to be at the showcase. I guarantee that was supposed to be at the showcase.
PlayStation 5 exclusive, baby. Let's go, baby.
They tight. They tight. Fire. They got somebody. When I posted up the picture, somebody messaged me.
PlayStation didn't want to announce that. Like that's the type of announcement that could have happened in the last what's the name? State of Play, the Japanese one, because that's a Japanese-centric game right there.
But that also lets me know that there was definitely supposed to be a showcase this month, because why withhold that from TGS? That'd have been a big reveal at TGS.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That gives further validity. Like, yo, there was definitely supposed to be a showcase like 2 weeks or so after the goddamn State of Play.
This is how we'll know for a fact. We don't get the Final Fantasy 16 trailer, which Yoshida said it was coming out this month. If we don't get that this month, then it's a fact that the PS Showcase was supposed to happen, because the only time they ever show Final Fantasy 16 is at the PlayStation Showcase. Square Enix doesn't do it at their events or nothing like that. It only gets promoted on PlayStation Showcase. And then all of a sudden this rumor came out that there was supposed to be one this month. Yoshida said that they was supposed to have a trailer this month for FF16. So if we don't get a Final Fantasy 16 trailer by itself this month, that confirms these rumors.
And when is the Kojima announcement that's supposed to happen?
We don't know.
I have no idea.
There's no date. No, there's no date for it. That was the third. That was the third.
Everybody saying that Kojima was supposed to have an announcement, or he was teasing something.
He was. So when he showed off Ellie Fanning, there was 3 sets of question marks, and the first set of question marks was TGS. The second set of question marks was PAX Australia. The third set of question marks, which is supposedly supposed to be the showcase, because right now Herman Hulst is in Japan and he's chilling with Kojima. Kojima been taking a lot of pictures with SIE staff. I definitely think this was Death Stranding 2, and it was definitely going to get announced at the showcase. Now that might get pushed back if this doesn't happen.
It might get showed at the Video Game Awards if they cancel the showcase altogether this year.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't give a fuck how this make people feel. If PlayStation don't do no showcase this year's a fucking L. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I'm hyped for God of War and everything, but I think people keep telling, they got the games, so then why do you need a showcase? They got the games. No, they still need a showcase.
When they're ready. That's what
they keep telling you.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask you that precise. Like, what are you gonna say to people say, well, they don't need to do a showcase. We got God of War coming anyways, and you're gonna see the showcase whenever it happens anyway, so they don't need it. That's what they're gonna say.
I'm just going to ignore. Really, truly, I ignore people like that now. I don't even reply to them no more, because it's just like, bro.
Every time it's like PlayStation don't need to do this, PlayStation don't need to do that. But when they actually do it, they hella excited and happy.
Bro,
exactly.
when it comes to
showcase, they're not gonna say, well, why is PlayStation doing a showcase? You didn't.
Chris, I'll do you one better. When this news came out with Millier, people that were saying we don't need a showcase was mad about that. And I'm like, brother, you told me we don't need no showcase. Why are you mad about this? Right? Yeah. This shit is crazy, bro. And I'm like, yo, just admit you want to see the shit too. I want to see Spider-Man. I want to see Wolverine. I want to see what PlayStation's got up their sleeve, what they got coming.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care what these people say, man.
There's people that legit is mad at us because how we have been speaking about PlayStation.
Give a fuck? Why would I care?
They legit.
Yeah, show me why, give me a reason to be even more excited about my PlayStation 5. Like, so far, yeah, the first 2 years, they've done good. You know, Ratchet, Returnal, I love those games, Horizon and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, now, like, what about the 2 years in? Let's start seeing the PS5 only game. Let's start seeing Spider-Man. Let's start seeing the more shit. Like, get me even more excited about, like, the crazier shit that's gonna happen. You know,
Chris, you know why I don't listen to these people, Chris and Barry? You know why? And Barry, you know exactly what I'm gonna say. You know why I'm not listening to nobody else when it comes to this stuff? Because when it was the PC shit 2 years ago, they told me, what did they tell me and you, Bari? It's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
it's not that big a deal. That's what they told you 2-3 years ago. Here we are, fast forward to now. Now we fast forward. Oh, well, it's old games. It's not that big a deal. Now we fast forward to now. What's going on? Oh, well, I mean, you know, it was bound to happen. I don't want to hear what y'all got to say.
We're going to benefit from it.
See,
Yo, no one
already. See, they don't need a showcase. See, that's all.
Yo,
Yep.
no one has been able to properly explain to me how PlayStation 5 players, not nobody else, how does PlayStation 5 players benefit from games going to PC? Not one person has been able to explain that to me.
It's not just about you. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Well, so the thing is they can make extra money and then they can take that money and put it back into the
Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, cut that bullshit out.
That's what they say.
They're gonna get enough money to buy studios.
What, more mobile shit? Like I give a fuck?
To benefit PC and mobile.
Yo, these dudes are crazy.
People be, I be reading the comments, bro. People be legit tight.
Yo,
they be like, oh my god, Persona Jabari, they talking about his PC shit again. Oh my god, tight boy. And the thing is, this is how they feel, but they don't want to. They don't want to say it.
They don't want to say it. They scared. They scared. I'll say it for you. It's okay. I'll be the lightning rod.
There's no way you read that Naughty Dog article this morning or this afternoon and was like, "Yo, I'm okay with that."
Yeah, exactly. Yo, I read that shit. Hey, yo, what's on Saturday gonna be crazy? Because we talking about golf. Because we talking. Chris, you don't know? Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up on the stream because I had it queued up anyway. Because I was gonna talk about this during the show. Hey, yo, peep this, right? So Naughty Dog put out their article talking about because the Legacy of Thieves collection came out on PC. So this is what they said. They said, the Uncharted series PC debut is both thrilling and reflective, a chance for us to take the lessons learned about offering our games on a new platform and the expectations and opportunities that go along with it. And learning so much through our partners at Iron Galaxy, we're able to look ahead to the future of Naughty Dog games on PC more excitedly than ever. It says, first and foremost, we learned particularly through our partnership what it takes to bring our own engine to parity to deliver on PC hardware. Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Legacy, The Lost Legacy, are already beautiful games in their own right, and we wanted to maintain that quality in a PC release. But we still wanted to provide flexibility in fine-tuning and experience PC players expect, and so it was important for us to support more cinematic resolutions as well as specific PC graphical features. One of the biggest visual changes for Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection is ultra-wide monitor support, which allows you to experience the Uncharted series breathtaking environments like Madagascar, the Western Ghats, and more like never before. But with our cinematic cutscenes, we tested a host of graphical variations to see what worked best. Ultimately, we decided to actually add black bars to our cinematic scenes because through all our iterations and testing, we determined maintaining the original artistic intent and design for those bespoke scenes was paramount to the emotional experience. The PC space is also one that offers users a ton of flexibility in hardware. Look, you just hear this bullshit about PC, bro. then they say learning all of this through our partnership with Iron Galaxy Studios also helps to bolster Naughty Dog's understanding of PC development. Also allows us to deliver the quality you expect in our future releases. We're excited to be offering The Last of Us Last of Us Part 1 on PC in the future, and know that moving forward, adding PC development to the way we develop games, which in no way undermines the importance of PlayStation 5 as our primary platform, will continue to benefit our team in the long run as Naughty Dog has come to better understand hybrid and work from home development over the last few years. PC development offers our team flexibility in how, when, and where our games are created. Much like the players can enjoy Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection on PC from a variety of PC builds, our developers can work on PC iterations on various pieces of hardware from home or in the office. I interpret this as Naughty Dog is going day and date PC on all future releases.
Bro, read the second to last paragraph.
Second to last.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection's PC release is a transformative pivot point for Naughty Dog. We not only have another chance to celebrate our beloved franchise, but also introduce it to so many new players. In doing so, we set the stage for Naughty Dog to deliver high-quality games on PlayStation 5 with the option of a PC release as well, with an understanding of how to cater to the different needs of both audiences now and in the future.
My biggest fear that confirms my fear, right? My fear of not coming to PC later on or anything like that. My fear of them now at a development level now having to accommodate for a less spec PC than a PS5, and how that is going to affect the development. After Mark Cerny 2 years ago was telling us how special the PS5 is designed and how they're going to do all this other shit, but if you're also going to design it around PC that are less specs and capable than PS5s, from your development going forward, right? That means when they're making the game, they're like, oh shit, we got to make sure this runs on a 2060 as well and shit like that. That's gonna affect some shit too. I do not like that at all. That's terrible news in my opinion.
Yo, this shit here screams day and date to me.
Yeah. Yo, that's what they're saying, bro. They're saying that PC is going to be a fundamental, platform
part of the development.
Development. And you know what's funny? Porter Rock, he had his 60 Frame No Lag podcast the other day, and this is what he was talking about with it. And I was saying, like, yeah, I can understand what Porter Rock is coming at him. And people in the chat once again was like, nah, it's never like that. That's not the case. It's not the case. They would never do that. It's PlayStation first. As long as the PlayStation games come out.
I remember saying that. You're right. Yeah. Yep. I remember.
Yo, this is crazy. Yo, I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. I'm not angry. Like, no, this is more of a I told you so.
Bro,
but I'm more so surprised at the fact that Naughty Dog is actually the first ones to do it. That's what I'm surprised about.
Just yesterday, people was coming at me saying, yo, Bari, I'm looking too much into this. When I said that, PlayStation, in their interview, they said that it's going to be at least a year for their game to come out to PC. And they said, no, what's his name? It's an old game. It's a 6-year-old game. So it doesn't count. It's not the same thing. Not knowing that the PS5 SKU for Uncharted Lost Legacy, Uncharted Lost Legacy is a PS5 game. Yes, it's a PS4 game. It's based off a PS4 game, but that SKU is a PS5 game, and that's less than a year that is coming to PC. This is just amplifying what I'm saying when it comes to first-party studios, and this is their focus. It's going to be also PC. They're sweetening the pot saying, oh, it's also PS5, this is our primary platform. But that's not the case with what they're saying. You got to listen to what they're saying. They're saying that PC is also their primary platform going forward when it comes to development of their games.
Yep. People in the chat are telling us, Barry, Corey said this is sad comedy. Yo, Corey, pull up. Come through. You too, Captain Ply. I want y'all to come through. Let's have a conversation.
Was disagreeing with Porter right when he said it.
Let's pull up and have that conversation, because I'm looking at this from like a perspective of like, listen, at the end of the day, I keep saying this, and the reason why I keep repeating this is because people think, oh, if games are going to PC or if they going day and date, that means I'm stuck on PlayStation. I'm good. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be where the games are. You understand? At its best quality. So it is what it is, right?
They might as well go ahead and start bringing the trophies to PC, and you can leak your account and all that stuff.
Chris, if I can link, if PlayStation comes out with their own launcher, or I can link everything to PC where I can show my trophies and everything, and it's all there, and the games are going there day and date. I'm getting a 4090 anyway around Christmas time, so it is what it is. Either way, it is what it is at this point, because they keep saying, and the crazy thing is, they keep saying this shit, and people are not reading between the lines. They keep telling you, every interview, Jim Ryan has told you this, Herman Hulse has told you this, Naughty Dog keeps telling you this. PC is where they are moving. Day and date will happen. You people keep saying, "No, I don't think so." It will. I think it 100% will happen. It will, because you are not investing this much, and not with an ideology of we want to have these releases release as close as possible to the PC release to maximize profits. Come on, man.
They keep saying that Persona, but we are the ones. Somebody said we're reading too much into it. I listen. They can believe what they want to believe.
Naughty Dog said. How are you reading too much into it?
Listen, time is going to tell. And PlayStation, this is a different PlayStation. They want to expand well beyond just a console. They've said it. They've been saying it for the past 2 years. They want to expand beyond that shit and whatever. And yeah, it's like they're doing a big push for PC. Bought PC porting studios. All of their main announcements this year from first party has been PC ports and shit like that. First it was 2 years, then it's 1 year and stuff like that. Then they said the live service games are also going to be day one on PC as well too. Like, come on, bro. How are we reading too much into it?
Yo, Corey, what up, bro?
What up?
What's good, man? Talk to us. What?
Crazy ones.
Hey, yo, Corey in the building. Shout out to Corey pulling. Yo, Captain Ply, I hope you pull up as well. This is all just a fun conversation. Like, you know, it is what it is. But Corey, what's good, man? It's sad comedy. Talk to us, man. You got the floor.
Corey doesn't like to admit that when we write, bro.
Yo, he don't, man.
He doesn't like to admit that, bro.
That's that Brooklyn. That's that Brooklyn shit.
That is that Brooklyn.
He is from Brooklyn. Yeah, he's stubborn. Yeah, he's that stubborn. That Brooklyn.
Man's a Brooklyn Yachty in him, yeah. Go ahead, man. You got the floor, though, Corey.
So I used this example when I was speaking with Bari about the whole games going to PC and P-Rock chat. And I asked, Spider-Man on PS4 was held back, right? We can agree to that, right?
Held back in terms of what? It was designed for the PS4.
Yeah, it was designed for PS4.
It was designed for the PS4, but the capability of what that game could have been was not all the way where it needed to be. It was
that's not true, because
it was 1080p. It was 1080p 30 frames per second, dog. It's running now on a console. It's running now on a console only a couple years later.
That's where they're conflating it, because it was only on the PlayStation 4 where it took.
So they took full advantage of it, but it was not hitting what it could have been, because they could have made it specifically for PC and it would have been 60 frames per second, could it not?
You can say that with every game, though.
Yeah,
that's my point. That's my point. I'm making the point that they made the game for PS4 and they used it to the fullest capability of the hardware, but it was not everything that it could have been. It was not. We can agree to that, right? That's a logical point. Because we see it now, it's more, right?
No, that's not a logical point, because you're trying to. I don't get it. It's something that was made specifically for this device. What we're talking about is
specifically for the device, and it was 30 frames per second, right?
Yeah, because that was the power of what the PS2.
And it was 30 frames per second, and it was 1080p. It was actually even 900p on the PS4. It was 1440p on the PS4 Pro at 30 frames per second. Low to mid settings. Right? That was the highest that system could go. That was the best that system could do.
Yeah, but Spider-Man was built with the PlayStation 4 in mind. Again, it wasn't built.
I'm talking about capability. That was the best that system could do, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, you were talking about PlayStation 4, right? Yeah.
PlayStation 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they released the remaster. They increased the quality of the game. They add more environment. They change the character models. They add haptics. They add 3D audio. They increase the frame rate, increase the resolution. Now we have the same game. It's the same game. 1440p, 100 frames per second, mid to high settings, with ray tracing. would you say that that is not utilizing the capability of the PS4, 3D audio, haptics, all that?
You mean PS5 when you say that?
PS5, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll give you that. Sure. Well, I don't get what point I don't get what point you're trying to make here, though. What's the correlation between that and this conversation?
Hold on, real quick. It's not.
So this cross-generation game.
Hold on, real quick. It's utilizing certain features of the PS5, but it will be different if it was fully designed around the PS5.
Oh, I'm about to tear that point up. Don't make that point with me, dog. Don't make that point with me. That's not a good point.
No, it's not. No, developers say that, so I don't have to make an argument for that because the developers are going to prove you wrong, not me. The developers are going to prove. The developers are going to prove me wrong. So you're saying that they held the PS5, the PS5 version of Spider-Man Remastered back? Is what you're saying? No, you're not understanding it, bro. Spider-Man.
What am I not understanding?
For design game, when they design it around, when they fully design it around the PS5, they're going to be able to do way more than what they could have on the PS4.
Like what?
Not visually.
Like what?
Not visually.
Like what?
Game design.
Like what? Like example?
Like what they said with the whole design levels.
That's what we're trying to see.
Like what? Like what? Everybody keeps telling me. Everybody keeps telling me that they can make better game design, and I'm trying to figure out.
But that's it. But okay, hold on.
Example, Ratchet and Clank. In order for you to do what Ratchet and Clank does, as far as going into different rifts and dimensions at that level of speed, you need a PS5 SSD to do that. You can't do that on the PS4. That is design example that we've seen firsthand.
So Spider-Man Remastered doesn't load faster than it does on PS4?
Not about it.
Hold on.
You're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference with Spider-Man 2 because it's designed specifically for PlayStation 5. You know what I mean?
And I'm asking you how.
We don't know yet. The game hasn't come out yet.
I didn't play the game.
Okay, so we're saying that there is this unknown better that we don't know yet the PS5 has already done better than the last generation.
Yeah, but the things that you speak about, hold on. The things that you're speaking about is in terms of like resolution and frame rate, right? You're not really talking about like,
and performance.
Yeah, like that's just performance stuff. I'm talking more so in the actual design of the game. So when Chris mentions Ratchet and Clank, when he speaks to the riffs and stuff like that, that's an actual build, like that's designed into the game. That's not like a resolution boost or nothing like that. That's the actual design within the game. So when we're talking about next gen consoles and the power and all that stuff, we're talking through the game design and all that stuff.
My question is this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had one quick question with regard to that about Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
You telling me that you couldn't add riffs and just have loading screens?
Yeah, but then that's not next gen then.
But that's my point.
But that's
my point.
But you're altering. You're but what I'm saying, no, wait, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Could not have been done on a PS4.
Yes, it could.
What Ratchet and Clank did, as far as loading the levels and being able to jump between worlds, they could have done it, but they would have had to have loading screens. Spider-Man had loading screens on PS4.
But the point that I'm trying,
like we do on PS5 right now.
Yes, I understand that, but the point that I'm trying, hold on, Bart. The point that I'm trying to make, Corey, is that when it comes to the actual design of Ratchet and Clank, yes, a Ratchet and Clank game Rift Apart could be made on a PlayStation 4. But the design of Ratchet and Clank would have to be altered to where it wouldn't be rift dependent on moving through worlds instantaneously. It would then be replacing with loading screens, which again would have to actually alter the code and the build of the game to make something like that functional on a last gen console. That's the difference between.
My point is this though, Persona. The subway traveling was a core part of the game. You had to go on the subway to do loading screens and to go from one place to another. Now that is literally just a quick black screen. It's not even a black screen, dude. It literally just goes blank and then comes right back, and then you're right.
But we're also talking. But see, that's the thing though. Hold on, Chris. I just want to get this last point. You're also not factoring in the particle effects, the amount of AI that you can now have on the screen. Like, it's not just a simple, oh, just add loading and this game is just going to run. No, the AI, how advanced the AI is, the amount of things that's going on in the world and on the screen, a lot of that has to be shrunken significantly in order to accommodate that on a last gen console. So this is why I'm saying that the actual build of the game has to be altered in some way for something like Ratchet and Clank to be possible on a PlayStation 4.
So my question is, again, did they or did they not add more NPCs, more stuff to the PS5 version?
Yes, but that's why Spider-Man is called a remaster and not just a port. They rebuilt, they've said this in their PlayStation.
You. My point is this: would you say that they are using the technology of the PS5 to make the Spider-Man remaster that adds all of this stuff that you're saying is core and endemic to the PS5?
Yes, but the Spider-Man remaster, they rewrote actual code of the game to take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 5. It's not as simple. It's not. Hold on, Corey. Hold on, brother. Let me finish my point. Hold on. Let me finish my point. Yeah, like my argument is your argument is you're mentioning frame rate and resolution and ray tracing, which those things are nice. But I'm talking the actual build of the game is what is also being altered when you compare it from last gen to current gen consoles. Spider-Man Remaster, the build of the game is fundamentally at its core different than the PS4 version of the game. Not just a remaster is making it look better. The AI of that game and everything in there has been rewritten to accommodate and take advantage of the PS5.
Agreed. I am agreeing with you. Here is my point. Would you or would you not say that the Spider-Man PS5 Remastered is using the full code, the full spectrum of what the PS5 has available?
No,
it's not.
No.
That's my point. What else would you have had them offer?
I don't understand. I don't understand the question.
All of these things that the PS5 is supposed to do, but you're saying it's still held back.
I don't understand the question though. I don't understand the question.
That makes sense.
I don't understand the question though. Like ask the question a different way. I don't understand it. What do you mean?
Here's the thing: when you have to develop real quick. When you have to develop for multiple hardwares, like numerous of developers have said, right? You tend to compromise on certain things that you could have done design-wise had you just focused on one platform and utilized its full feature set. We also have to make it. This is why the Series S is going to hold back the Series X, because at the end of the day,
I'm not even mentioning Microsoft at this point. I am talking about a PlayStation.
You're trying to
stay on top of it.
You gotta understand where he's coming from.
Give me the console.
I'll let you talk and I didn't interrupt you. I'll let you talk and I didn't interrupt you.
All right, hold on. Pause. All right, hold on. Wait. Hold up. Hey. All right, hold on. We go mute. All right, hold on.
I'll let you talk.
Spider-Man. Stay on Spider-Man.
I'll let you talk. We're not gonna continue. We're gonna keep going.
Hey, yo, hold up. Wait. Pause. Everybody pause. Hold up. Wait. Chris, wait. Everybody wait. Okay. Corey, let him, because you cut everybody off here, Corey. Let everybody get their thoughts out and then let you respond. All right, give everybody that respect. Can you do that?
I will do that.
Thank you.
I absolutely will do that. My bad, Persona. I didn't mean to disrespect your show.
No, you good. All right, go ahead, Chris.
This is what I'm saying. They did more on the PS5 remaster, right? Because obviously they utilize more power with the PS5, but at the core design level, it's still a PlayStation 4. When we go into a new generation and we have new hardware, especially hardware that hasn't been out before, what we expect is for them to do stuff not on the resolution, not just, oh, you get 2 seconds loading screen and it was 15 seconds before. On the design level, the games that were designed on the Super Nintendo could not be done with the hardware that was designed on the Nintendo. The same thing with the N64. It couldn't be done on the Super Nintendo and stuff like that, right? the Spider-Man is still a PlayStation 4 game. We're gonna see the significant step in design, not just visuals. Visuals is gonna come along with it. Visuals is the easiest thing you can do, but we're gonna see the difference between when they actually built the game from the ground up to the PS5, coated to the metal, then the big leap in generation in terms of design aspects of it than what it was for Spider-Man remastered PS4 on the PS5. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and the reason why he mentioned Xbox is because he's trying to bring up the point as far as like how the design and how how developing the game can be hindered because of the lower spec hardware that you have to develop on as well. So this what you're mentioning is us talking about specific PlayStation 5 games and PlayStation 4 games, but we're talking about here that Naughty Dog just confirmed that they're not just developing for the PlayStation 5. They are developing with PC in mind when it comes to their games going forward in the future. So what we're speculating and what we're worried about, because we have many cases and many scenarios where we can see multiplats being hindered because they have to worry about other hardware, the lowest common denominator. PC is not just about the 4090. It's not just about the 3890, the 3080 Ti. It's about the 1060s, the 970s, all those hardwares that you have to take account for. So that's where we're not saying that this is definitive as far as what we're saying, but we're concerned because we see these things in prior examples and in the past when it comes to multiplat, and we don't want PlayStation suffering the quality due to the fact that now their best studio has just confirmed that they are not just developing for that one hardware alone. They are developing for two platforms now. That's where our argument and our concern is. It's not about hating PlayStation. It's not about saying that this and that. We're not trying to put anybody on no Debbie Downer. We're just concerned because I'm pretty sure there's multiplexes out here. You know what I mean? Look at Gotham Knights and developers coming out talking about the Series S and how it could affect the development of your PlayStation 5 while the game's in 30 frames. But then you're gonna say you're not worried about that when it comes to PlayStation and what they're saying with the multi-platform PC.
Barry, perfect example is Cyberpunk 2077. You know how much shit they cut off because they had to design it around the Xbox One and the PS4. They cut off the subway, they cut off wall running, they cut off your robot companion, they cut off literal game design aspects because they had to design it around 2013 old hardware.
Yo, let me shout out to Guap, man, pulling up, man. What's up, Guap?
What's going on, fellas? I'm just having a little issue with my microphone here. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you. You sound clear.
Great conversation. I do understand the fear that potentially this can lead to games that don't fully utilize the power of the PlayStation 5, since we know PC is now a factor. But I think there's two clear points that we're missing in this discussion. The first of which is we already see games that are developed for the PS5 taking full advantage of the hardware, like Ratchet & Clank and Returnal, for example, or even The Last of Us Part 1. So we already have examples of games that we know eventually will be coming to PC, which are still like the clear examples of what next-gen gaming is, right? So Sony has already showed us that even though PC is a part of their portfolio now, and I share y'all's concerns and all of that, but we already see examples with Sony being able to still put out games that are the definitive next-gen experiences while also having the PC porting strategy in their back pocket, which is why they have studios like Iron Galaxy and Nixxes that are handling porting their games to the PC in behind the scenes in lockstep with companies like Naughty Dog. So I don't believe it's truly going to hold them back. Because we already see examples like Spider-Man Remastered, right? We knew day one that was coming to PC, right? But still, Spider-Man Remastered was still able to hit the 100 frames a second at 1440p with the ray tracing. So I hear where Corey is coming from. I just think he's failing to articulate it correctly, because we already have examples of games we know that are coming to the PC platform that already launched on PlayStation 5. And you're not going to hear a soul complain about the visual performance or the next-gen feel of a game like Horizon Forbidden West or even God of War Ragnarok, right? as we do see more true native PlayStation 5 games, I don't think PC will hold it back as long as they have that 1 year, at least 1 year separating them, because then those porting studios can work to get those games up to snuff and truly maximize the 49.
Well, but no, Bart.
It's like multifaceted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is the difference of what we're stating here, and I agree with you 100%. It's not like I'm disagreeing with Corey per se. He's making sense of what he's saying, but I think the like where we're coming from is not just about what you just mentioned. There is not what we're mentioning, and what Naughty Dog is mentioning. You brought up an example of a game that's already developed for PlayStation 5, taking full advantage of the PlayStation 5, then after is being ported over to PC. This is not the case of what they are saying here in their article going forward in the future. That's where the worry can come with what we're mentioning here, because now it's not just we're developing fully for PlayStation 5 and then after, or have another studio develop for PC. No, they are stating here in that article that going forward, this is their development, how they run things, that they're developing for PlayStation 5 and PC going forward when it comes to their other games that they have in the future. That's what they're saying there in that article. It's a big difference.
I also think we'll learn a lot more. Like we see Spider-Man Remastered on PC just dropped along with Spider-Man Miles Morales. What I'm curious to know is what is the minimum spec for those games, and is it at least at the PS5 power, or can you get Spider-Man Remastered running on like a 1060 with no ray tracing, which would make it equivalent to a PS4 game, right? So Spider-Man Remastered itself is a PlayStation 5 game. We know it runs on PC currently. So with your concern in mind, I would look at the minimum spec to see if that is at the least a PlayStation 5 performance, or if it's more equivalent to the PS4. Because if the minimum spec for the PC version of Spider-Man Remastered is at least at the PS5 level, and then from there you can crank it up to go even higher than PS5, then I don't think we have anything to fear, because they're showing us that they're able to not only leverage the PS5's power and give us experiences true to what we believe. I mean, when it comes to the whole game design scenario, I don't believe we're going to see a true revolution. Like Mark Cerny kind of sold us a bag of shit when he said now we get to develop level design in a different way, because I don't think any third party is going to take advantage of the SSD to totally rewrite their engines from scratch that they've been using for 10 or 15 years. So that was a bit of a pipe dream. But as more of these games come out and we see what the minimum spec requirements are, we can have that conversation more educated, because
I think
these games are coming out and they run at a PS4 spec.
Well, no, I would say if we're looking at it from a first party perspective, like I think a good example of that to what Guap is saying would be Spider-Man 2, right? So obviously it won't be coming out day and date, but I think when Spider-Man 2 comes out on PC, if this minimum spec isn't at a PS5 level, then I can see that potentially being on a PS4 at some point, or I think that would bring validity to what Guap is saying, I should say.
Right, and PS5s are kind of like in the middle to higher end. Obviously, I'm not saying it's high end like a 39. I'm not saying it, trust me, I'm not saying that, guys, right? But so if they would just do it just for the PS5, they'll be alienated a lot of the PC fan base, which at that point is like, why even bring it in if you're only going to cater to the 5% and stuff like that. And like I said, with Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, we're going to see the actual what they can truly do in terms of next-gen game design, not in terms of graphics, right? Because Demon's Souls looks next-gen, right? It feels next-gen in terms of its graphics, but it's still a PlayStation 3 design game. It's still 100% a PS3 design game. Same thing with Horizon Forbidden West. On the PS5, it looks amazing. It has next-gen graphics, visuals, rendering, facial animations, and stuff like that. But the gameplay mechanics and everything else is the exact same on the PS4. There's no difference gameplay mechanic-wise. So it's still a PlayStation 4 game, even though the graphics look next-gen. And that's my whole thing. Is like, I want the design aspects. I want when we start getting next-gen actual design. And if they go with the whole, we also have PC in mind, and hopefully it is at a base PS5 level. Hopefully when they get there, the base PC will have to be a base PS5 or something like that. Then it's like, okay, that makes it a little bit better, but still, it's still to me, it's still that warrior. It's like, yo, now they have to worry about, okay, like we also have to make the design around PC and not just the PS5 only, which, you know, Mark Cerny also sold us that dream. That so Chris or whatever. So
let me think.
On Whoops, I said when God of War went gold and they had all these development studios on the picture that they posted up, there's only one reason, because they're thinking about the PC port for that game. And this is, I believe the reason why God of War took so long to come out or whatnot is because that they had all these studios that they're working on in this game, and they wanted to develop for PC when it's ready to go next year to another platform. You know what I mean? Because yo, that's the first time I've seen a game go gold, and you have the primary studio and 8 other studios working on this one version of this game, or the 2 versions, PS4 and PS5. Absolutely not. It's also the PC version, because every studio they listed on there were PC porting studios.
Well, Barry, they spoke about that yesterday, right? They said that this was a unique challenge from a game development standpoint because of the pandemic, and they had to do a lot of moving.
Good point.
A lot of moving pieces, so they were trying to work remotely. They were actually using stand-ins for voice actors with the motion cap, so there was a lot of moving pieces in regards to God of War Ragnarok. But obviously it's going to come to PC, but I don't think that's the best example because it's already on PS4, so clearly the minimum spec for that game is going to be much lower. I think what we'll really understand, because of all the games we've gotten so far, Ratchet and Clank is the only one that truly did something with the I/O throughput to maximize the game design. So if and when that game comes to PC, because there's no PS4 version of it, now if the minimum spec for that isn't at least matching the PlayStation 5 with the SSD and all of that, then we can say they were full of shit. Like if you can get Ratchet and Clank running on a HDD, a regular hard drive, then we can call them on their bluff. But if it comes out in the minimum specs like a 20 series with an SSD, then we can say, okay, they're not only porting to PC, but they're still maximizing the PS5's hardware.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, because they did say that in their dev article. Yeah, Braxton. Yeah, I agree with you. Many studios have support studios helping them with the game. I am not denying that at all. This is the first time I've seen a PlayStation studio, when they announced it went gold, they have 8 other studios listed underneath it as well. All I'm saying is that with the current move that they're doing, they're trying to make everything much easier transition to go over to PC, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm saying. But no, you made a good point with the dev video that they made too, because that was interesting to listen to and get more information about the game too. But my bad. Go ahead, Corey.
Corey don't got no rebuttal because he know.
No, he was about to say something, but I think I cut him off.
No, I was trying to do the Barry let me beat.
Let me beat.
There you go. So, let me ask this. Does next gen only mean that they do the Ratchet and Clank thing where it has to have this use of the SSD? They're not allowed to make any games that are like from the 20 plus years of game making that they had before. The only next gen games that they're ever going to be are going to be games that are similar to Ratchet and Clank in the use of that SSD. That is what next gen game design is.
The use of the wait, hold on. The use of the
when you go into a next gen generation, do you want to see the same thing that's been done before? Do you want to see new things that can be done with the utilization of the hardware?
I expect that there's going to be a mix of both. I expect that there are going to be games that will do what has been done already. They'll do it better, and there will be games that will do the new thing, and that will start to become more and more of the trend. But that normally takes a lot longer than one generation.
Corey, why did you buy a PS5?
No, that does. Go ahead.
Corey, why did you buy a PS5?
I bought a I'm not gonna lie. I bought a PS5 because, as I told you when we first met, I bought a PS5 because I expected games to have 60 frames per second mode. I come from console and PC.
You want you bought a PS5 because you wanted the games to be better.
Uniform experience.
You wanted better games, right?
I wanted more of a uniform experience between my expected from my preferred console to the platform that I came from.
It's not an interview, Corey.
It's not an interview. So experience from the platform that I.
What the hell does that mean? A uniform experience? What does that mean?
From PC, I could have literally just stayed on PC and
no, but what does that? What does that mean?
Just had a PS4 specifically for PlayStation exclusives, and then when PlayStation started to do freaking PS4 games on PC, I could have just.
What does that mean though? A uniform experience. What do you mean by that? Like continuity?
No, an experience that is comparable to the experience that you get on PC. Having the ability to play a game at 60 frames per second, having the ability to play a game with the latest.
So that's all you care about?
The latest hardware available.
So at its core, all you really care about is 60 frames, no game design or nothing else. If a game looked like a PS3 game, it was 60 frames, would that be good?
From the beginning, my PlayStation's only responsibility to me as a gamer is that they make good games. I don't really care about any of this other stuff. All of this other stuff that you guys, if they make great games, they're always going to get my money, regardless of.
But they're still making great games on a PS4.
They are making great games for PS4.
So no
but
need
they're
to...
better on PS5.
Let me stop. Let me get these super chats real quick. Let me get these. Hold on. Let me get these super chats. Yo, Navigator, man, appreciate you 11 months as a member on the channel, man. He ain't really say nothing. He just wanted to let folks know he a member. And then shout out to Kratos99. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, "Let me see some fist fighting here. I want to fight." And then Braxton, bro, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, "What if the ports are built around PCs that have equal GPU and SSD specs to the PS5? If the minimum specs are the PS5 level, games wouldn't be held back. Y'all may be getting too stressed about this blog." Okay.
But that would be if that's the way that it goes. That would me personally. It still falls under, just like all the developers have said. It's still better just to work on one, even if they're doing two. But that would be the better way. But at the same time, it's like, then why even bring it to PC? Because you're only going to cater to a small percentage anyways. You know what I mean? You're only going to cater, like, then what's the point of printing on PC if only like a couple 100,000 people are able to play it, not the millions that's on PC at the time. You know what I mean? That's why it makes me believe that some of these games are gonna have be able to run on lower specs, you know, PCs and stuff like that, even lower than the PS5. But I don't know. We'll see when we're just commenting on what they're saying and what the potential that this could mean. Obviously, we don't know everything. We don't know how all this is going to turn out. So, but from what they're saying, they're literally telling us, Naughty Dog themselves, they're not saying it's like, oh no, we're going to pass it off to Nixis. No, they're saying that they are now starting to add PC development and keep PC, you know, development in mind while they design the games going forward. They're saying that straight from the blog. So clearly, it's like, and that's what I say, is like PlayStation has continued to change this whole PC thing. First, it was, you know what I mean? We were getting games that was 3-4 years old. Now it's like, now this, you know, last year they were saying, oh, it's only 2 years. Now this time it's only 1 year. Now they're saying, no, there's going to be PC games day and date, like the live services games. They're not going to charge PC players PS Plus, but they're going to charge us PS Plus. So it's like, it's a lot of shit, bro, that we see. It's like going forward. It's like, don't say that the PS5 won for the big single player games, even though they're saying that that's not the case right now. And it may not be the case for
I might be getting
years from now or even
on
next
PC.
Generation, but but I believe it'll 100% happen at one point. Just hopefully not too soon. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, man, I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. I might get factions too on PC. Who knows? Bor, man, appreciate you. Hold on, let me get these super chats. Bor, appreciate you for the super chat. He says Ratchet's graphics are true PS5. Even Horizon Forbidden West isn't there. That's a good point. And then Unicron, appreciate you for the super chat. He says Corey should be a politician with his answers.
My answers are straightforward. Anyway, I had a point, and since asking y'all questions about my point ain't gonna get it, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. They're utilizing the power and specs of the PS5. We're getting everything that the system is capable of, and then some. Ratchet and Clank games like Ratchet and Clank are proving that. And the fact that they have come out and they've made ports for lower spec than PS5 by including PS4 versions shows that they can do two things. They can walk and chew gum at the same time. So the fact that they could make a game that is for PS5 and also make it for, and also put it on PC is not completely out of the question. What I have been saying and what I will continue to say is I am not going to get at PlayStation or have any worry about PlayStation until they give me a reason. And right now, looking at them make fucking gorgeous games like Horizon Forbidden West run on a goddamn PS4 and then look amazing on my PS5 makes me think, you know what, they could probably do something for PC on a 980. But guess what? I don't have to worry about the person who's playing on a 980 because I'm playing on a PS5, and there isn't a piece of hardware that you can name that can do what the PS5 does for the price to performance of a PS5. It is the best mid-range. It is the best mid-range gaming device on the planet. Period. Period. You can't do better than that. You can't. And you can go and you can spend $2,000 on a high-end PC, so you can, you know, talk shit on Twitter and tell folks, yeah, you know, I got a 4090 and, you know, I paid 3 times the amount of the PS5.
So you telling me people that are buying 4090s are foolish? They should have bought a PS5. That's what you're telling me.
No, the person who bought a 4090, he was never gonna buy a PS5. But you know who would consider buying a PS5? That person on a 980. The millions and millions and millions of people on the 980, they're thinking about it. And I am sure if we could see the numbers of people who are registering on PlayStation Direct, just basically waiting to get their chance to get a PS5, and whether or not these are new unique logins for PlayStation Network, because there are a lot of PlayStation players that don't have one, but there are a lot of people who want more people than we've seen in any historical level. How are you outselling the PS4? How are you outselling the PS4 with a limited stock? You had unlimited stock for PS4, but you're outselling the PS4 with a limited stock. There has to be new people in that funnel. Where are these new people coming from? They're coming from the fact that they're playing on some dog shit PC, trying to get the PlayStation experience, and their competition is $500, and the upgrade for them if they stay on PC is $2,000. Make that make sense. Sony knows what they're doing.
Corey for Congress. 2024. Corey for Congress. I'm with you.
And listen, Ratchet and Clank is not on.
Last thing, and then we're gonna close this out. So go ahead, Chris. Close this.
No, I was gonna say Ratchet and Clank. It's not on PS4 because I don't believe that they can do what they did with Ratchet and Clank on PS4. Personally,
I don't know,
stuff
man.
like that.
We're gonna see.
Horizon Forbidden West is still a PS4 game. If it was designed only around the PS5, with the power of the PS5, they could potentially do more. Even with the graphics, they could have potentially done more and stuff like that. Even though it's still an amazing game. Don't get me wrong. Like, these cross-generation games are still amazing. God of War is gonna be amazing, but the point of next generation is to move on from the previous generation so you can do more things with the games that you couldn't done on the previous hardware. When we have games designed around lower spec hardwares, just like numerous of developers have said, just like the devs are coming out and said the Series S is holding shit back, right? And the Series S is also going to hold shit back when it comes to multi-platform games. The PS4 is also holding shit back when it comes to PS5 games and stuff like that. So I think people will realize, it's like, once we get PS5 only games, then people realize it's like, oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do a PS4 version, because if they did a PS4 version, we wouldn't have gotten this type of game if they did do a PS4 version, or if they did do a version for like a 1060 or something like that.
Well, this is what I'll say, and I'll end it with this. I think people on PC with a 980 are trying to get 2070s and 3080s instead of a PlayStation 5 because those, those are PC players. Feel me? Some of them might be getting consoles, but I don't think as many as you might think, Corey. But this was.
I just want to real quick. What was the thing that the PS4 did that the PS3 couldn't? And then just to talk to your point about people converting, trust me when I say that people are definitely considering it, because PC players at the mid-tier level, they grade whether or not they upgrade on price to performance. Look up what it costs to get a 2070 and then ask yourself, does price to performance, does it make more sense to get a console for the same price as that 2070 GPU, which is about $500?
I mean,
so the PS4 can do a lot more things than the PS3 can do. Like we had examples like the Shadow of Mordor, where it's like the three, which was like around the 360 and the PS3 one didn't have the Nemesis system, which was the intelligent AI system. For Shadow of Mordor, the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2, with all the different AIs and the different ecosystems and the systems on top of systems. They did way more than they did what they could ever do on the PS3 with Grand Theft Auto 4 and even with GTA 5 and stuff like that. The same thing with God of War 2018. That one cut camera design and stuff like that they did with 2018. That shit would have took a lot fucking to do if they could do it on the PS3. Just like every generation, when you get new hardware, that is the point. Otherwise, then what is the point? Just frame rates and resolution? No, as a gamer, I want better designs, I want better AIs, I want bigger worlds, I want more systems, more dynamic things, more realistic things, and stuff like that.
So according to Chris, there
was. Hold on. I don't want to spy. Hold on. Wait. Hold up.
Sorry.
Stop.
Go ahead.
I don't want to spiral because I want to get the fuck out of here and play games.
I don't want to take away from your podcast persona. It's always a good. It's always a good look to come on and chop it up with you guys.
Discussion right now, and you are in charge of this discussion. This is a great discussion and a back and forth. And the people are entertained. Stop rushing people, man. Let them have their conversation, Persona.
All right, shut up. Yo.
And the main games that show these games off are the big AAA games and stuff like that. Clearly, of course, the AA games and stuff like that aren't going to do it as the advanced stuff, right? And we don't expect those shits to do. But when we look at AAAs, especially from first parties, we expect them to do this shit that nobody else can do because they have the time, budget, and talent and the resources and the hardware to do it. So I don't want to hear this whole use every game to be like that. Of course not. That's unrealistic. But when it comes to big AAA games, especially from first party, right, that sold us on the hardware, they should be the main ones that do the innovative things that nobody else can do, in my personal opinion. But
hey, yo, Fox, if this was anybody else, trust me when I tell you, it wouldn't be going down like that. But these my boys. Yo, Borbor, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says GTX 1060 will hold back the PS5 game design and generation ports. Damn.
I'm not saying that a game designed around the GTX 1060 is not going to hold back the PS5 from its true potential. I'm saying that if you read that PlayStation blog, which Persona did, Naughty Dog literally says the PS5 is still going to be their primary platform. They're designing for the PS5 and then trying to port up or down for PC. They're not developing for PC and then trying to port back over to
Corey,
PS5.
when games go day and date on PC, I want you to personally come back to my show and be a guest.
You know I am.
I want you to. I want you on the panel, not in the chat.
All you have to do is say my name in the chat. Like, I'm not gonna come through. I'm not one of these dudes that's gonna be talking about you in the chat and then won't come through to back up my claims. If I'm gonna get flamed for it, I'll get flamed for it. But I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm a Brooklyn dude.
Hey, shout out to Corey. Corey.
It's Brooklyn.
Yo, Corey sound like a nerd, bro.
Hey, whatever, Corey. Stop getting cocky in my man chat, man. Be respectful.
Hey, yo, Corey be talking hella reckless in the chat, boy, but he do come through though. I will give him
You
that.
heard him? I'm from Brooklyn.
I'm from Brooklyn. It's my herd. I'm from Brooklyn. Like that's supposed to scare niggas. Like, what about no Brooklyn? Nah, Brooklyn. I rock with Brooklyn. It's the Bronx I don't like. Oh, my fault. Barry here? My fault. Let me
You know what?
Nah, but yo, let's
out of pocket.
Let's get into these outros, man. Yo, Corey, start us off.
No outros. We still talking.
Barry, don't the basketball game start in like 2 minutes? What you mean?
Nah, I'm watching it right now, to be honest with you.
Yo, exactly. That's why you quiet. So like, yeah, you watching the game. I'm trying to do what I do. Yo, Corey, man, start us off, man. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Yo, and before you go, listen, guys in the chat, people in the chat, everybody is welcome. I don't want anybody to ever feel afraid or whatever to like come through and voice your opinion. But if I open a chat, definitely come through, man, because regardless if we agree or disagree, regardless of on whatever topic, it's always gonna be respectful. You know, I'm never gonna let anybody disrespect and things like that. So, you know, definitely pull up. But Corey, man, go ahead, man, give a shout out, bro.
All right, y'all. I wanted to thank y'all for having me on here today. Persona, you always know how to get me going. Bari, looking forward to hearing y'all chop it up on Wups. Everybody else, peace out, y'all. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Guapzilla in the house. Hey, yo, you ain't saying when you came here either, Guap. Real talk, you gotta create some merch. You
can catch me on Pegasus Corner on Twitter. We do that at least once a week. You already know what I'm saying.
Real quick, I listen
podcast. I be on the Speak From Your Heart. All of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm all around. Shout out to Persona 5 Royal, finally coming to the other platforms. It's the highest rated JRPG on the market right now. Make sure y'all check that out now that it's on Switch and Xbox. Peace.
Hey, yo, shout out to Guap, man. Shout out to Guap, man. Definitely got to get some shirts that say Guapzilla in the house. Got to get some merch. That should be fire. Yo, Chris, man. Shout out to you. Yo, Chris. You've been on it lately, brother. Give a shout out, bro.
Nah, man. Y'all know me, man. Y'all know the passion, right? For anything that I fuck with. It's not just one thing. And now everybody paints me as like, oh, now you just big. Nah, it's like, motherfucker, they have a great year, motherfucker. Y'all hating. All right, now you just Nintendo. Nah, motherfucker, it's still PlayStation #1, but goddamn.
I don't know, Chris. These last couple spaces I hear you in, brother. I don't know, man.
The games I fuck with, that's it. But anyways, yeah, man. I think right after this I am going on Planet Xbox after this. Two's here. Kids Move complain about the
that's gonna be funny.
PMAs, and shit like that, and I got Salty's tomorrow. Then I got a podcast with Sticks and Toxic, Nintendo podcast as well too. So yeah, you know, I'm showing love for all the platforms, even though I don't own an Xbox. But anyways, yeah, man, great time to be a gamer. A lot of games coming out. I know y'all say y'all ain't getting Call of Duty, but I know y'all there day one.
Nah,
so I'm definitely see y'all frustration.
Hey, listen, I'm a man of my word. The only way I already said this, like my pre-order is canceled. I'm not picking up COD, and they would have to make a complete 180 and fix everything I have issues with, and then we'll negotiate. No, I know my worth, Chris. I know my worth.
Better not. That's the only game I'm getting this month, which is my most anticipated game alongside of Ragnarok. And then next month, Ragnarok, and then Pokemon and shit. Listen, it's crazy. I'm going through the Mega Man X collection right now.
You're not picking up, what's the name?
It's still an amazing fucking game, bro. It still holds up crazy.
You're not picking up Star Ocean 6?
I played the demo and it gave me a wait for a sale vibe.
Ah, man. I'm gonna be the only one playing that?
It gave me, plus it's coming literally the day right before Bayonetta 3. I was like, nah, I gotta prioritize.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I'm looking at like these release schedules. Certain things definitely not getting played till like 2023 January, because right now it's Gotham Knights. I'm gonna be playing that, and then literally 3 weeks later, I'm gonna play Gotham Knights and finish up Solstice.
You're getting Bayonetta 3 though, right?
Oh yeah, Bayonetta 3. I'm gonna play that. And then it's Ragnarok, and then right after Ragnarok, I'm playing that Hilda DLC on Valkyrie Elysium, and then Evil West. and then right after that it's Callisto, and then right after that it's Crisis Core. And then, hey man, certain things gonna fall through the cracks, man.
It's ridiculous because right after Ragnarok, I'm gonna be catching Pokemon in HD 3DS graphics with my buddies. Then right after that is
oh yeah, Pokemon. I'm gonna be on that too, man.
Yeah, Crisis Core, then Fire Emblem, and no, how many? Is Fire Emblem Forspoken in January? Then Octopath 2 in February. Was like
I'm actually gonna take January. It's gonna be Forspoken, but then also I'm gonna finish Octopath 1, so I'm gonna finish that on the Switch as well.
Yeah.
And finish that up. So yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And then next year is even looking crazier with 16 Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Damn, bro.
I might pick up Star Ocean 6 on PC. No bullshit. I might cancel my pre-order on PlayStation, get that on PC. I'll see.
I'll get it later, bro, but it's gonna be later.
Star Ocean day one for me.
Yeah, it's a day one regardless.
Bayonetta before I touch it, but like I like Star Ocean games. Like I get people's complaint with the demo and whatnot, but that stuff is gonna get it's gonna pick up. Yeah. You're gonna get mad stuff.
I might get is Bayonetta.
I'll pick it up day one, but it's right next to Bayonetta and like in between God of War and stuff like that. And I'm playing other games. It's like, nah, I'm throwing it off to the side for now, but I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, no, I might get that on PC just because the frame rate was a little funny on PlayStation, so I might just get that on PC, play that at 120 frames and whatnot, 4K, but we'll see. Yo, Barry, man, give us your outro, brother.
Nah, man, good show. Next need to pick it up. I don't know what the hell they're doing right now, but
yeah, how many they down by?
RIP G4. Well, no, not RIP G4. Good riddance. And
damn, not good riddance.
Yeah, Bayonetta 3 later this month. We in there.
Yo, facts. Also, Friday night or Friday evening, me and Bari, we're doing a live stream on the What's Up PlayStation official YouTube channel. We're gonna be playing Gotham Knights, doing some co-op. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun as well. So definitely make sure y'all come through for that. The stream's gonna start around 6:30, and we're gonna play. We'll give our live impressions and stuff as well, like talk about what we like, what we don't like, and whatnot. I mean, it'll be a regular stream like how me and Barry always do. So that'll be fun. And then Saturday is What's Up PlayStation podcast. That's gonna be a really fun show. And then I got another video that I'm gonna drop this week as well. Probably Friday I'll drop it. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me, man. I do appreciate y'all coming through, man. To When Persona Speaks, episode 218. It was a fun episode, man. Really, really good conversations. Really, I love these heated conversations. These are the type of debates that I enjoy when it comes to gaming. Like, these are fun debates. Not all that weirdo shit we be seeing in spaces and all that other stuff. But yeah, man, listen, guys, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all be safe. And I'll see you guys next time. It's been your boy Persona, man, and I'm out, guys. Peace.